And starting Black Friday, you can save $225 on the entire set. It's the Pandora jewelry set she'll treasure forever. That's why he went to Jared.
Leather Sofa Company.
It's not too late to purchase handcrafted leather furniture with guaranteed delivery by the holiday. But if you need furniture now, without sacrificing quality and style, I have just the answer for you. Hello, I'm Mitch Lurie, owner of the Leather Sofa Company, inviting you to shop our factory outlet store in Louisville. We have hundreds of styles, leather options, and leather colors to choose from. Our factory outlet store is home to 100% leather sofas, sectionals, and chairs. They are all first-run, top-quality, custom-made leather pieces that have been on display on our showroom floor or special orders. And they are available at up to 65% off. Every piece is custom-designed and handcrafted, 100% top-grain leathers, and superior padding are all standard. If high quality and American-made is important to you, and you need furniture now, shop the Leather Sofa Company Outlet Center in Louisville. I promise you won't find better quality leather furniture anywhere.
For savings of up to 65% off, shop the Leather Sofa Company Outlet Center in Louisville. For showroom locations, visit theleathersofaco.com.
Tonight, 9 consecutive wins and the best record in the NFL.
Touchdown, Dez Bryant.
Cowboys fans have a lot to be thankful for.
Sauce, Beasley with a little sauce.
Up next, division rival Washington.
This is Cowboy Nation, man. I thought you knew we got
Your official Cowboys pregame live from AT&T Stadium begins Thursday at noon with the Sleep Number kickoff at 3:30 on DFW's home of the Cowboys and NFL. 105.3 The Fan.
Cowboy crazy.
All right, welcome back, G-Bag Nation. It is time for Jeffrey Time Daily at 12:15. El Tiempo con Jeffrey, brought to you by the grand opening of Trademark, a luxury full-service car wash and Euro Lounge, 1101 Coit Road. Ben and Skin are there today for the grand opening, 3 to 7. Free exterior car washes for everyone, plus awesome fan giveaways. Today, 3 to 7. The $5 million Trademark car wash, 1101 Coit Road in Plano, Jeff.
Let's talk about science, as Mike Fisher says in his live spot for PM Stanley's. Science! Somebody actually did a study. They commissioned it. They took the time, they spent the money to figure out what guys do that creep out women the most. And not only their behaviors, but also what job.
Oh,
like
really?
If you say, hey, I'm a, which one do they think you're a big creep?
A club promoter.
We'll find out right after this song.
Y'all need to take a hit of this Jeffrey. I'm on the Jeffrey too. Why the is it called a Jeffrey?
That's the joy of the Jeffrey, you see. It goes away, but then it comes back.
Jeff, that is fascinating. Can I ask you briefly, have you heard about the Baylor Associate Athletic Director accused of attempting to choke slam a reporter?
Saw the headline, didn't click it.
Okay. I hadn't seen this story. I just saw it like in the last 30 seconds. I'm gonna tuck this away and we'll get to it a little bit later on in the hour.
Yeah,
this is fascinating.
Things are going well at Baylor, yes.
Attempted choke slamming of a reporter? That is awesome.
Is there a video of this?
I don't know.
We need some G-Bag of the Day situations.
Yeah. Boy, Baylor's
And if
done.
you work for Baylor in any capacity, you should be going above and beyond to just be really just a sweetheart of a person.
Yeah.
And really responsible in all aspects.
Or put your resume out there at other schools right
yes,
now.
that as well. Yes, if you can find another job.
If he tried to choke slam this reporter because the reporter was trying to get to the bottom of the Title IX violations or something, it would be unbelievable. It already is unbelievable. Choke slamming a reporter. Okay, that's our associate athletic director.
I don't like reporters.
That's managing success, right? Managing success, doing a real good job of it. All right.
What if Fisher got choke slammed? You'd like that, right? That'd be pretty cool.
I want to see who's going to pick that head up and slam it on the ground. Whoever did that is a monster.
I mean, Fish has it coming to him.
All right. What are the creepy things? By the way, Lucius, I have multiple male and female friends who are club promoters.
Yeah.
Surely they all have other jobs, right? Like, you're not making money at that.
Well, you're not making money, but you act like you're making money. It's the $30K milli job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they, like, give you a beer when you get there?
Yeah, hook you up with a little old corner, especially if it's like girls. You can have this bottle that I kind of paid for earlier, or it's going to come out of my check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so scientists are studying what behaviors and what occupations make men seem the most creepy.
All right.
I have a list of 9 behaviors that women say make men creepers. Number 1, stares at you before interacting with you. Staring.
Okay, no staring.
Number 2, keeps touching you. Number 3, he makes everything about sex.
Okay.
Number 4, he asks to take a picture of you.
Hey, that is creepy.
Not with you, but of you?
Yeah,
Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I've been around people who have done that. Seen some pretty girls, and like you've been out in public, maybe like the state fair or something. You want to take a photo of the girl, maybe take a selfie with her, but you don't even know this chick. Yeah, that happens.
Would it be, how many levels does that go up if you don't ask? You're just following somebody around and you're just like...
Out of 10, you're probably at an 8 right now, bro. You need to chill, find an exit.
Oh, did you just say this happens to you? Like chicks
Not
are
to
creeping
me.
on you?
I've seen it before with some people I've been with or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Creepy behaviors by men, number 5.
God, I wish that would happen to me.
That
What?
would be awesome.
Man.
Yeah, it'd make my day.
Asking questions that are too personal. Number 6.
That's what women do, by the way.
What's your bra size?
Number
Would
6.
that be creepy?
Everybody knows you can eyeball that. Pull me a picture up, I'll tell you. Number 6. Greasy hair. Number 7. He doesn't make eye contact. Number 8. This one's unfair. He's too old. Like, being old by itself can't be creepy. You're just old. You're
Well,
you've been here as long as you've been here.
That.
I mean,
Well, like if you're in pursuit of like a 21-year-old and he's like 78 and he's just
yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah, you know, when you got to go like, what's the limit? 20 years younger? When does it start getting creepy? 70 to 50, that's borderline creepy. 70 to 55, you're like, okay.
I think 70 to 50 is good. I think the ratio changes as you get older.
Okay.
Because like I think a 70-year-old has more leeway than a 25-year-old.
Yeah,
because of the law.
Yeah, maybe it's a percentage.
Wiggle room's a little different there. I think. Okay, 20%. So I'm 32. What's the creepy age? Because once I matched with a girl who was in college, and she was like,
"Oh, you're still good."
She made an old comment to me.
But how old was she though? She's in college, but how old was she?
21.
Oh man, come on, bro.
She made me feel like I was a creeper.
Bad.
And I was like,
she
well,
was 17 or something.
Yeah, so I called her the C word and got out of there.
Nice job. That's perfect. That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Creep. Call her a creep.
Yeah, I called her a creep.
Once you're in the 30s, ages that end with teen, I think, are inappropriate.
Yeah, probably.
20s,
Plus,
like,
you don't want to deal with that.
No.
Yeah, I made that mistake when I was like 24, and there was like a 19-year-old, and I was like, we got different things happening. Occupations that women view as creepy. In order.
Yeah.
Number
I got
1.
these.
Any guesses at number 1?
Personal trainer.
It's not number 1. Let me see if it was on here, though. It's not.
Oh.
It did not make the top 21.
What?
Creepiest job.
Oh, please. Personal trainer out here getting it all. Believe me.
Right, but they're getting it. That's the difference. Like, this is the one that would walk up and be like, "Hi, I'm A," and they'd be like, "Oh my God." Creepy.
They're mostly in shape, though. Yeah. I mean, that's the only difference is they're attractive. Yeah. You know, so they're not creepy.
Unless you want your guy creeping with all these other chicks.
Well, that's all that matters. I mean, get in shape. You'll get so much, you can do whatever you want. People don't actually care about your personality. 60% of people, anyway.
Is Gyno on the list?
Oh, wow.
Gyno is not on the list.
See? I mean, that should fire off massive. These gals don't have a very good creepy radar at all.
No. Number 21. We'll go from the bottom here. If you have this job, women think you're a creeper. Meteorologist.
This is bad.
Sorry, Delkus.
No, Delkus has it going on. There are some creepy meteorologists, but not Delkus.
Number 20. Teacher.
What?
Number 19.
Well, because probably they grew up with all their high school teachers like, "Oh, hey, honey, how you doing? You want to be my TA?"
Number 19. Farmer.
That's not creepy at all.
It's not.
18. College professor. 17. Doctor/physician.
Yeah, there it is.
16, financial advisor.
What?
15, cafeteria worker.
You see, now there's a real one.
14,
they're like 1 for 5.
Computer software engineer.
Absolutely.
13, construction worker.
Yeah, that's like a warehouse worker. They're male thoughts.
12, actor. 11, writer.
Huh.
10,
creepy.
guard.
A what?
Guard, like not a forward or center, but a guard, point guard, shooting guard. Yes, guards. Number 9, garbage collector.
Absolutely.
What?
Number 8, janitor. Number 7, clergy.
Ooh.
Number 6, unemployed.
Yeah, the Jordan Connect. He's a thought.
Number 5, taxi driver. Now we're getting to the strong ones. If this is your job, one of these, women think you're a super creep. 5 is taxi driver. 4 is funeral director.
I saw Jane Slater tweet the other day that a taxi driver in whatever city she was in, proposed marriage.
Yeah,
picked her up, was about ready to drop her off, and said, hey, I just got to fire my shot here. Will you marry me?
Good for him, brother.
If he'd have been built like a personal trainer, she might have said yes.
He took his opportunity, bro.
Funeral director is number 4. A lot of death going on. Number 3 is a sex shop owner.
Yes, very creepy.
Number 2 is a taxidermist.
Those guys are just outdoorsmen.
Okay.
I think that's a pretty cool skill to be able to do.
Yeah, most of the ladies don't like it when you have heads on the wall. They're like, I don't know.
You gut wild animals and stuff them and put fake eyes in them to sell them back to the hunter. That is kind of creepy.
And number 1, clown.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Well, you're
how
trying
many
to
people
get
have
little
that
kids.
profession? 40? How many clowns are there really? How many clowns could you hire right now to come to your kid's birthday party? Are there 6 in the Metroplex?
I don't even know how to look up for clowns. I don't even know where to start.
I wouldn't want to. All right, that's it.
Jeffrey time daily at 12:15 here in the G-Bag Nation. Coming up next, Mickey Spagnola is going to tell us all about what's happening on this Tuesday as the Cowboys are definitely practicing and getting ready. Let's talk about Scott and Mark Frankel, 1-800-LAWYERS. If you have a personal injury or it happens to somebody you love, give the Frankels a call immediately. Seriously, we are such strong Frankel advocates because for more than 20 years, they've been representing victims of negligence in Dallas-Fort Worth, car wrecks, 18-wheelers, accidents on the job, something you've sustained due to somebody else's recklessness. Call 1-800-LAWYERS, and it happens. Put that number in your phone right now. The Frankels, 1-800-LAWYERS. They will handle everything from your initial consultation, reviewing your case, to helping you get medical care, representation, to do everything they can to recover a settlement that is just and fair. Frankel & Frankel, it's the name we trust, and you should too. They have been advocates for the safety of our community for more than 2 decades in Dallas-Fort Worth. So if you're hurt in an accident due to someone's negligence, there's no better number to call than 1-800-LAWYERS. Don't get taken advantage of by the insurance company. Let the Frankels take care of business for you. If you're hurt due to someone's negligence, just give them a call, 1-800-LAWYERS, or go online to Frankel Firm.
Hi, Brad Sham here. I'd like to tell you about my recent dining experience at Red Rock Canyon Grill in Southlake. The menu's a great combination of Southwest and American. It's got a wide selection of great appetizers, an extensive wine list, plus a really warm, upscale, and versatile environment to suit any dining mood. If you want to eat in the bar while watching the game or go into the main dining room without distraction, the service is impeccable. You will enjoy it at Red Rock Canyon Grill in Southlake on Southlake Boulevard in the Campbell Oaks Center.
Hi, Mike Fisher, the Fish here, and yeah, I've been in your shoes before, and so has Jason Stanley of PM Stanley Motor Cars. We've both sent a couple kids to college. We've paid for several cars. We've loaded them up with baseballs and footballs and golf clubs. Whether this is your first time buying a car or you're adding another family vehicle, the good folks at PM Stanley Motor Cars has this goal to make the car buying experience a smooth and easy and affordable process. At PM Stanley Motor Cars, they have a 100,000 square foot showroom, air conditioned, filled with cars and trucks and SUVs at every price point. Financing rates to fit your budget? Yes. The exact right car to fit your family? Yes. From hot shots to high schoolers and everything in between. At PM Stanley Motor Cars, they're family owned, 70 plus years in the business. And when you walk into that showroom, you'll feel what my family felt, because you'll be family too. So go into the showroom in Carrollton or check out the new website at pmstanley.com and be proud of your ride.
Fashion Emergency Hotline.
Help. I'm so excited about Black Friday sales, I can't sleep.
Put those worries to bed and get to Old Navy immediately.
Old Navy?
Yep, you snooze, you lose. Don't wait for Black Friday. Go get 40% off your entire purchase in-store right now.
40% off? Am I dreaming?
Nope, it's true. And today only, Old Navy's cozy sleepwear for the family is 50% off.
50% off sleepwear? Wow, thanks.
Don't thank me. Thank Old Navy. Valid 11/22. In stores only. Excludes licensed sleep clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, and today only deals.
As your State Farm agent, I'm going to do something I've never done on radio before.
What's that?
Help you combine your auto and renter's insurance.
State Farm can do that? Wow, that means I can do anything on radio. Like discharge fireworks on unsuitable holidays.
I wouldn't do that.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody!
Oh, look, I'm saying State Farm helps life go right by helping combine policies only because we do that in real life.
That is so cool. Hang on.
No, not inside.
Happy Groundhog Day, too.
State Farm, here to help life go right. Call an agent today.
This Black Friday, Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, is the only only place you'll find the exclusive Pandora Holiday Charm gift set. This unique set includes 12 festive charms and clips, including the Jared exclusive Mrs. Santa Claus charm and a special limited edition Black Friday charm, all packaged in a beautiful keepsake box. And starting Black Friday, you can save $225 on the entire set. It's the Pandora jewelry set she'll treasure forever. That's why he went to Jared.
At T-Mobile, we're declaring the end of data limits. Introducing T-Mobile One. One price, all unlimited for everyone. That's right. Get unlimited 4G LTE data on your smartphone on our network that was built to handle it. And get it at a price that won't break the bank. With 4 lines of unlimited LTE data for just $35 a line per month with AutoPay. Switch today.
Top 3% of data users greater than 26 gigabytes per month may see reduced speeds until next bill cycle. Video typically streams at 480p with qualifying credit discount via bill credit plus taxes and fees.
As they get set for Thursday's 3 o'clock kickoff right here on your home of the Cowboys. Yeah, big game taking on the Redskins. Redskins are coming in thinking they're the hot team and they're going to get it done. Boy, their fans are really believing strongly after making the playoffs last year and now 6-1-1 since losing their first 2 games. Redskins are feeling good. Segment's brought to you by D&M Leasing, dmautoleasing.com. By PM Stanley Motor Cars, and Mickey is presented by your North Texas Ford dealers, the official vehicles of your Dallas Cowboys. Ford is the best in Texas. Good afternoon, Mick. How you doing?
He's in the building. How you guys?
Oh, we're good. I just saw on Twitter, looks like everybody's practicing, so no lingering injuries or tweaks coming out of the weekend, I guess.
Didn't see anything.
Yeah,
everybody that needed to be on the field was on the field. The guys that Gavin Escobar was back. He had gone back to California. His dad passed away and went back for the funeral. Chris Jones' wife had a baby Sunday night very conveniently. Missed practice yesterday or whatever they did yesterday, and he was back. And anybody else who was somewhat limited or hadn't practiced previously, they were out there. So the only guys really missing, Morris Claiborne, and even Barry Church was out there for the stretch and the warm up. He's not going to practice, but he was at least out there. So he's getting closer and closer to returning. Maybe for the Minnesota game he'll be back.
So what are we up against with Kirk Cousins here? I mean, his career has been so interesting with excitement, and then we tone back the excitement, and he's just average. But now he has 4 straight games with a rating of right around 100 or over, and he has the team rolling.
Well, if you think about it, if he had played to that level against the Cowboys in week 2, they probably would have won.
Yeah.
I mean, he had some wide open receivers, and he was missing guys and missing them by a lot. So, he certainly got it together. The whole team's got it together. So I'm thinking, let's see, their record right now is 6-3-1. Is it 6-2?
6-3-1.
3-1, right? Mm-hmm. So they lost their first 2 games, and since then they're 5-1-1. So they've gotten it together. I just looked up, I'm sitting there going, the Cowboys doing pretty good. They're the 4th ranked offense in the National Football League. Well, guess what? The Redskins are number 2 now when it comes to total yards. So we might be in for a Thanksgiving Day shootout, but I think the good thing about this whole deal is it's kind of reviving that Cowboys-Redskins deal once again, because I heard after the game the other night, they were chanting, "We want Dallas." And it's like, okay, well, you're going to get what you're asking for, and this is what it used to be 20, 30 years ago when these two teams got together, especially those times, and it's not been that many times. It's been 7 times on Thanksgiving Day.
What are some of the most important matchups you're looking at? Because we've been talking about it, and I feel like when the Cowboys' offense is on the field, you feel like they have the advantage. And when Washington's offense is on the field, you feel like they have the advantage. It seems like, where do you kind of look at to be the difference here?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, and it may come down to which defense, which secondary can play the best. And, the Cowboys, I mean, they haven't been perfect on defense by any means, but they seem to somehow, some way get the job done. This is going to be difficult with their band of receivers with Deshaun Jackson and Jamison Crowder and Pierre Garçon and anybody else they seem to throw out there in the formation. They seem to be able to produce, and they kind of juiced up their running game now with Rob Kelly kind of taken over, and Matt Jones is now an afterthought. So, which is kind of ironic because that's the reason why they parted with Alfred Morris, right? They thought, oh, this guy's is taking over the offense, and now it's Robert Kelly. So yeah, they've been awfully good on offense, and can the Cowboys get pressure? Can they get pressure on Cousins? Because they haven't done a great job of that all season long, and they haven't really gotten many turnovers these last several weeks. So yeah, I think it comes down to maybe which defense can rise to the occasion and somewhat slow down the other offense, because both of these offenses are certainly functioning awfully well. It maybe come down to the cornerback play, and the Cowboys are going to be out there, and Anthony Brown's going to have another big role to play because they're going to go 3 wide. So that means he's out there at left corner. We'll see how well he's able to play again. He hangs in there, he fights. He's not perfect, but for a rookie and what he's done so far, I think it's been rather remarkable.
How much of an advantage is it to have the younger team on a quick turnaround, Mick? Has that ever trended?
I don't know. Somebody told me they added up the ages of the rosters, and the difference was like a point something, that the ages were almost the same. The Cowboys may look younger because of Zeke and Dak, but remember they got some veterans on this team that kind of pulls up their average age. I think the advantage is that you're playing at home, and that the Redskins played a night game. That the NFL didn't do them any favors by having that happen. But the thing I always looked at on Thanksgiving, because it comes up every year, and it's like, well, the Cowboys have an advantage, they get to play at home. Well, that's really different now because everybody's playing Thursday night. But back in the day, the Cowboys generally had an advantage when they had a good team. And when they had a bad team, they didn't have any advantage on Thanksgiving because they got beat. If you think about going back to 88, 89, 87, those days when they were struggling, they got beat on Thanksgiving. They didn't just miraculously win all the time. So, they know the routine, and I thought that would give them an advantage. But now everybody's playing a Thursday night game, so people understand the routine of getting ready on a short week.
Who in the NFC East do you still view as the biggest threat here?
I still, if you were going to worry about somebody, I still worry about the Giants and Eli Manning, because he's been through so much and he can handle the pressure, I'm thinking, down the stretch. And their defense is still pretty darn good, and their offense seems to be coming along. Now, having said that, they've had a couple weird wins to get to where they're at right now, kind of strange occurrences. And then I don't know about the Redskins' defense if it could get them there. And that would be my only thing that holds me back on them of, overtaking the Cowboys at some point. You're not going to win them all, but the Cowboys have done a pretty good job, so far, right? Only one loss. Can't imagine having this team 9-1 at this point. But I would worry about the Giants.
What's your favorite part of the Cowboys Breakfast Club video?
It's got to be Zeke when he's shoveling.
That's just what I was going to say, the cereal part when he's shoveling.
I like Dez making the X out of the French toast.
Out of the French toast? I just like the cereal flying all over the place, right?
Absolutely.
And it was funny to see him come in the locker room afterwards and have the stuff all over him. He was funny as heck, and he just kind of enjoys things. That's why I don't know that, when this thing came up about, well, it's better to lose one, and like I said yesterday, these guys don't know any better. They don't know better. They don't know, they're just trying to establish themselves. They're not cocky. They think about those guys in college. Think about Zeke. He thinks you're supposed to win every game, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of what they did at Ohio State when he was there. I know they had a couple losses, but those were the exceptions. So he probably thinks, yeah, this is what happens in football here.
Really cool, I think, just to have the idea of it and then get the players to do it, and then they all performed so well. You know, I was thoroughly impressed with that video, Mick. We appreciate your insights and perspective once again. Have a good one.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
There he goes, Mickey Spagnola, and we will be coming for that prediction tomorrow. Coming up next, college football content for you, Big 12 fans guide to making the college football playoff. Who's still got a shot? We'll tell you next in the nation.
Coming up tonight on the K&C Masterpiece, with the third annual Peace-a-thon approaching, we will go over all the guests and all the auction autograph items for our 15-hour extravaganza. So join the pre-show, 7 to 11 right here.
Fashion Emergency Hotline.
Help. I'm so excited about Black Friday sales, I can't sleep.
Put those worries to bed and get to Old Navy immediately.
Old Navy?
Yep, you snooze, you lose. Don't wait for Black Friday. Go get 40% off your entire purchase in-store right now.
40% off? Am I dreaming?
Nope, it's true. And today only, Old Navy's cozy sleepwear for the family is 50% off.
50% off sleepwear? Wow, thanks.
Don't thank me. Thank Old Navy. Valid 11/22. In stores only. Excludes licensed sleep clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, and today only deals.
This Black Friday, Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, is the only place you'll find the exclusive Pandora Holiday Charm Gift Set. This unique set includes 12 festive charms and clips, including the Jared exclusive Mrs. Santa Claus charm and a special limited edition Black Friday charm, all packaged in a beautiful keepsake box. And starting Black Friday, you can save $225 on the entire set. It's the Pandora jewelry set she'll treasure forever. That's why he went to Jared.
Are you paying too much for auto insurance or looking for coverage? Do you know which insurance company has the lowest rates? Call Direct Insurance now, and instead of searching through hundreds of insurance companies, let us do the work for you and match you with the one company that meets your auto insurance needs. Best of all, our service is free. Call now, 800-901-1249, 800-901-1249, 800-901-1249.
I owe the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I call Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal. Call 800-921-4588, 800-921-4588, 800-921-4588.
There's some good vibes from Dunkin's Pumpkin Macchiato.
Sip it. That sweet swirl of pumpkin flavor tastes like fall. A double shot of smooth espresso and layers of steamed milk and foam. It's a celebration of the season. Every single sip.
Enjoy pumpkin at Dunkin' with a medium hot or iced latte or macchiato for $1.99 from 12 to 6 p.m. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary, plus applicable tax. Limited time offer.
Stop by Dunkin' Donuts and get a freshly brewed coffee. America runs on Dunkin'.
Jack Black products are carefully formulated with the finest natural ingredients and proven high-performance skincare technology. You'll find these performance products in the locker room at the Ford Center and in the luxury suites at AT&T Stadium. Go to our website at getjackblack.com and check out all of our game-changing products, including Beard Lube, our award-winning shave cream, and Deep Dive Glycolic Facial Cleanser, a Men's Health Award winner. Again, that's getjackblack.com. Nothing complicated, nothing cosmetic, just superior skincare.
It's time to pump up the holiday spirit in seconds. Right now at the Home Depot, a 9-foot Santa or snowman inflatable is just $29.88. You save over $30. A friendly 9-foot Santa or not so abominable snowman will welcome family and friends and the real Santa to your home in a big way. A big, instantly inflatable way. Save $30 on a 9-foot snowman or Santa inflatable, only $29.88. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through November 23rd. Limit 3 per customer.
Hi, I'm Joan London. If you're worried about your parent or loved one living alone, like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service.
Finding an apartment that was on the courtyard with the view of the trees, the view of the ducks, the stream, the creek, all of that was what I needed.
You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information. Here's the number.
To speak with a local senior living advisor, call A Place for Mom at 800-308-6618. That's 800-308-6618.
A Place for Mom is a free service, and you can trust them to help you. So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
To speak with the local senior living advisor, call A Place for Mom at 800-308-6618. That's 800-308-6618.
WSecurity.com.
Thursday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football. Presented by Livestrong and Mitter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. All heard right here on your home of the NFL on Westwood One. We are 105.3 The Fan.
This segment of the G-Bag Nation is brought to you by PM Stanley Motor Cars. They have a vehicle waiting for you to make your trips this holiday as smooth as possible. Cars, trucks, SUVs, something to suit each family's needs. Check them out in Carrollton. It's PMStanley.com.
Thank you very much, Lucius. Coming up at 1 o'clock here in the G-Bag Nation, what Jerry Jones had to say this morning on how important the Redskins game is. Jeff Kavanaugh is doing a college football podcast with Dane Brugler. It's the War Room at 1053thefan.com. You should go download it and listen to it every week.
Do it!
Amongst this week's subjects, the Big 12 fans' guide to making the college football playoffs. What are we looking at, Jeff?
Yeah, I think that so every Tuesday we get the new college football playoff rankings, and this week they'll be interesting unless you're just caring about the four that are going to be in temporarily, because those aren't going to change because everybody won. Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing is going to change at all.
That would only change if it involved Baylor or TCU or something at the end of a season.
Yes, of course. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Nothing ever changes if y'all win, right?
Well, no, you see, here's the thing now. In the very last week, it's different because now you add conference championships in, and once you win a conference championship, maybe something could change. But in this case, nothing's going to change. Everybody won. Everybody did what they were supposed to do, even though Ohio State and Michigan, their games were interesting because of crappy weather. But now, how far does OU move up, I think is interesting tonight, because last week they were number 9, and you do have a loss from one team in front of you in Louisville. So Louisville is going to drop, and I think Louisville is going to drop like a rock because the teams behind them are all pretty good and have decent resumes. So how does it look from 5 through 8-ish, I think is what matters tonight. Washington was number 6. They killed Arizona State. Wisconsin was number 7. They killed Purdue. Penn State was number 8. They beat Rutgers, who doesn't count because they're not a real team. And then OU went to Morgantown and killed West Virginia. And so that's big because of all those teams in front of them. Nobody beat a team nearly as good as what OU just did, and they're on a roll. And not only are they on the roll, I think there's a big-time appeal to OU.
Yeah.
Because now, like we were talking about Lamar Jackson at Louisville and the Heisman, like his numbers are bonkers. He's still got to be in front because you can't find other candidates. Well, if you really want one, look at Baker Mayfield. That's a team that's hot. That's a team that has a really good record. And he's a guy that when you put the numbers up there, it doesn't look insane for him to be included in the discussion. So I think OU is really relevant because the committee wants to like them. They want to, if you can find a way to get in. But I think their way in is this weekend, you want Michigan to beat Ohio State. I think that's step 1 for me because you just want one Big Ten team in. Yeah. And if Ohio State beats Michigan, I think that throws that off. Because think about it this way. If Ohio State beats Michigan, then Penn State goes to the conference title. How complicated do I want to make this? Because that's not an absolute. Michigan State could beat Penn State this weekend. It's possible. And then Ohio State could go. But in theory, Penn State goes to the title game, plays Wisconsin, whatever. Wisconsin wins. Wisconsin's the Big Ten champ. Ohio State is sitting there with 1 loss. Even if you got the other help you needed and you want to get OU to the playoff, now you're stacking Big 12 champion OU with 2 losses against 1 loss Ohio State, and one of OU's 2 losses is getting absolutely stomped by Ohio State. They're going.
Yeah.
OU's not going. So you need Ohio State knocked out of here. That's what you need.
How important is late season performance? They're getting better throughout the season. Does that weigh in at all?
I think it is, as long as you can build a case. And when you stack up OU against Ohio State, I just don't think you can make the case because you've got an extra loss, and one of your losses was head-to-head, and it wasn't a close game. So I just think in that scenario, you need Ohio State out of there. The team that you want to be battling with to get in, you want Bama to go, which is done. Clemson to go, which is most likely done. Michigan to win the Big Ten, which can knock everybody else in that conference out. And then as an OU or an Oklahoma State fan, that's who's playing for the Big 12 championship, and not this weekend, but next weekend.
And then have UW lose in the Pac-12 championship.
You need them to lose somewhere. They could lose in the Apple Cup this weekend to Washington State, to Mike Leach's team. Or you can, and I know we're bouncing around here, the other way to get Washington a loss and get OU in is to watch this weekend when Colorado plays Utah. Because Colorado is the surprise team. They've only got 2 losses. They're in the top 10. And if they beat Utah this weekend, they are in the Pac-12 championship against Washington. What you want is Utah to beat Colorado. Because if Utah beats Colorado, guess who goes to the Pac-12 championship game to play Washington?
I don't know.
USC.
Oh, wow.
And they already thumped them. And I think they'd thump them again. And so if we could get USC in there, now we've got our guide. Our guide is Michigan. We want them to win the Big Ten. Eliminate the rest of the Big Ten. We want Washington to have to play USC. USC beats Washington. Now guess what happened in the Pac-12? Their champion? 3 losses. USC is the Pac-12 champion. OU in the playoff. We did it.
Wow, that is very, very complicated, isn't it?
Yeah, just let it play out. It's too much happening.
The closer we get to the end, it seems like less teams are going to have a case to really be jammed up. Do you feel like it's sort of becoming clear? The picture is coming into focus?
I think right now, starting from the top, teams that have a halfway realistic chance at a playoff. Bama, Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson, Washington, Wisconsin, Penn State, OU, end of list. I think there's 8 teams.
But we don't have more than 4 teams with a solid case?
No, I don't think so. What do you mean?
Well, just the belly aching factor. You know, who's going to be bitching when the season is over? And it doesn't. 2 weeks ago,
Oklahoma
it seemed like there would be a lot of.
The winner of the Big 12. The winner of the Big 12 will somewhat have a case. If Oklahoma State beats Oklahoma, I think they'll have a good case because they have a fake loss.
Yeah.
They have a loss that shouldn't count. So they could be a 1-loss Big 12 team that gets left out of the postseason. And in that case, you don't have a great case, and the committee's going to tell you, hey, your conference is bad. They're not going to say it that way. What they're going to say is
strength of schedule.
Yeah, your strength of schedule wasn't good enough. But I do like that what they're doing is they really are rewarding teams. OU being this high, what that says is schedule Ohio State out of conference. Schedule Houston out of conference. If you lose, we don't care. We just want you to play somebody. They played 2 tough out of conference games. They lost them both. And they're still sitting here with a decent chance to playoff. If they'd won one of those games, they'd be in a great spot to make the playoff. They just want you to play somebody. You don't even have to win. Just play them. That's all they want.
And if you do win, it seems like they're giving extra credit for the quality win.
Big time. Big time. The out-of-conference quality wins, yeah, they're giving big credit for that. So I guess, let's see, we've kind of walked through all the scenarios, haven't we?
How about Heisman's, though?
Heisman is tough. It's not that tough because Lamar Jackson's still the front runner. But trying to find who's challenging him, I don't know. Because Lamar he's trying to give it away. He's doing his best. They're not playing well down the stretch. They're not playing against good teams. He's not putting up the same numbers he did early. But like baseball Hall of Fame stuff, he's compiled throughout the season enough that it's going to be tough to catch. And I mentioned Baker Mayfield. When Dane and I did the podcast, we both had Baker Mayfield as number 2. And I don't think we'd even mentioned him earlier in the year. But we've just gotten to the point where you're trying to figure out who's it going to be. It's not Jake Browning at Washington anymore. All it took was a bad week for him to kind of fall out of there. Sam Darnold, the quarterback at USC, but he's short because he wasn't the starter at the beginning of the year. I think Baker Mayfield has the numbers to do it. His problem is that D.D. Westbrook, his wide receiver, is awesome. They're going to split votes. And so trying to find the other candidate, I think, is a challenge. Deontay Foreman, great numbers. So what? What have they lost now? 6 games? You can't win the Heisman. You lost 6 games.
That's weird to me. I think you
can't. Yeah, I guess.
It eliminates a lot of good players that might be awesome individuals, might be the best player in the country, but on a bad team.
Yeah, I guess it's just the way it is, and maybe it is unfair. But like you look at Alabama, okay, best team in the country. Jalen Hurts, is that the guy that has the stats, the quarterback? Doesn't matter. He's not the best player on his team. He's not a top 4 player on his team. He can't win it. So Lamar's going to win it by default because he had an awesome start, I think.
Enjoy this run, man. I know you college football guys. We'll have Cowboys at 3 o'clock Thursday, and then after that, LSU and Texas A&M. Friday is Washington and Wazoo. Saturday is just an unbelievable slate of football games. It's the best college football weekend by far. Day after Thanksgiving.
And you have leftovers. You have Thanksgiving leftovers, and you get to watch those games.
Gavin hates Thanksgiving leftovers.
Yeah, I see those tweets and stuff the other night, man.
Okay.
My man jumped off the bridge, bro. He's crazy.
I think I figured out exactly what it is because I realized this morning, okay, you are slightly off sides with this. The argument doesn't completely flow logically.
Slightly.
What's going on here? I think what it is Thanksgiving is an exercise in telling ourselves that the average food we are eating is delicious. So it really is all about being thankful for what you have. So in order to go with that theme, they've served up second and third rate food. Yeah. They're like, here's some really, I know it's not steak, it's not lobster or anything like that. It's not what we're going to eat at Christmas when we roll out the really good stuff. I know it's a holiday and this is supposed to be special. Here's some average to slightly below average food, and we're going to act like it's awesome because we're appreciative. Otherwise you could freeze through the winter. It's a great lesson, actually.
What's the steak holiday? Like, that's what we need.
Christmas.
Is it?
In my family,
don't you eat ham? I think, Lucius, what's Christmas's food? Isn't it ham?
Yes, ham.
Which is good.
Christmas ham?
It's just...
Ham is way better.
Ham is good.
They're both sandwich
But
meats.
that's a Thanksgiving meal, too. What are you talking about? Stuffing? Dressing? Do you know like stuffing?
Nope, no, I'm out. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Have you had stuffing before? Different than dressing.
Well, I believe I've had both. Yes, I've tried both. And I'm like, what is celery and onions doing in soggy bread? This is not good. This is fit for peasants. The opposite of a peasant is Jerry Jones. We'll give you his highlights from this morning's appearance with Sean and RJ next in the Nation.
This is the G-Bag Nation. Listen to the fan shows wherever you go. Download the radio.com app today.
This is John Feinstein with a CBS Sports Minute. The sad saga of Charlie Strong's tenure at Texas took another strange twist on Monday when Strong declared that he wanted to keep coaching there. Why Strong would want to remain at a place where wealthy boosters were questioning his hiring before he coached a game is hard to fathom. If Texas fires him, he gets a $10 million buyout and will undoubtedly get another job. He's only 56, and most people in college football will understand that he didn't forget how to coach on the ill-fated plane trip from Louisville to Austin 3 years ago. Strong's players still believe in him. There was even talk that they might boycott this week's game against TCU if Strong wasn't allowed to coach in that game. But the rich boosters who control Texas athletics do not. He's 16-20 after Saturday's loss to Kansas. He will almost certainly be fired next week. He should be thrilled to escape. I'm John Feinstein.
I am a man of science and faith, but science! Make a plan. Check the plan. Execute the plan, and boy, does PM Stanley Motor Cars have a plan. Mike Fisher, the Fish here, and when it comes to buying a car, I want to know what I'm getting into before I even set foot on the showroom floor. Well, PM Stanley Motor Cars, the car buying experience there, that much easier now with the new, easy-to-use, easy-to-navigate website. Check it out, pmstanley.com. You search for your car based on your own budget. No need to sift through pages and pages of cars. You set your ideal monthly payment. Then the PM Stanley website auto-populates with the cars and the trucks and the SUVs that they have in stock that are within your budget. I love options, but I also love simplicity, and I love science. So go online to pmstanley.com, browse the inventory, find the next car of your dreams, and visit my friend Jason Stanley at PM Stanley Motor Cars in Carrollton. Get the ride of your dreams. It's PM Stanley Science.
Are you paying too much for auto insurance or looking for coverage? Do you know which insurance company has the lowest rates? Call Direct Insurance now, and instead of searching through hundreds of insurance companies, let us do the work for you and match you with the one company that meets your auto insurance needs. Best of all, our service is free. Call now, 800-901-1249, 800-901-1249, 800-901-1249.
Ways to make your holidays even more magical. 1. Put eggnog in all your recipes.
Eggnog a lasagna.
Or 2, take home a 2017 Civic with Bluetooth streaming audio at the Happy Honda Day sales event. The Honda Civic, the best-selling compact car in its class. Hurry into your Honda dealer.
Find your closest Honda dealer today at NorthTexasHondaDealers.com.
Based on IHS Automotive CYTD December 2015 non-luxury traditional compact segment. New retail registrations in the U.S. See dealer for financing details.
Fellas, it's Chris Arnold, and it's Movember. Yes, another month to remind us to take better care of our health. Many of us are growing mustaches, but why not head to a doctor you can trust? I recommend the Low T Center because they make it quick and easy and even accept most health insurance. Right now, you can get your testosterone and prostate test for $50. Even if you don't have insurance, it's important. Call them today at 817-697-2452. That's 817-697-2452 or go to lowtcenter.com. Got you down.
You're invited to a feast of gourmet delights, for Specs has the reds, rosés, and the whites. Thanksgiving's for family and turkey's for sharing. When it comes to your palate, wine pairing is caring. With the rolls all buttered and the spices just right, it's time for some wine. Grab a glass or a flight. Specs-friendly experts will help bring the cheer, always with lower prices on wine, spirits, and beer. As the plates are all passed and the Specs glasses refilled, you'll feel like a pro and your guests will be thrilled. Specs is your headquarters with savings galore. When it comes to selection, we always have more. Specs loves holidays and we do them quite well. But we won't house your in-laws. We're not a hotel. By the bottle or case, we'll cure your wine cravings. When you stock up at Specs, it's cheers to savings.
This is the exclusive home of Dallas Cowboys football. KRLD FM and HD1, Dallas, Fort Worth. Let's go, Cowboys.
Live from the MTXHondaDealers.com studio, this is the G-Bag Nation on 105.3 The Fan.
Welcome to the Nation.
Hour number 4 of the G-Bag Nation on 105.3 The Fan. We hope you're having an awesome day. Coming up at 1:15, we have a Thanksgiving G-Bag public service announcement to get to, okay? Something I saw on CBSDFW.com last night. It's not more knowledge about how Thanksgiving is a con and it's not really delicious. It's something else, okay? Thanks for interacting on Twitter, at Gavin Dawson, at JC1053, and Lucky Lucius P. Mike Bassick is out today. He's looking after the kids. Jerry Jones on with Sean and RJ this morning. Tuesdays at 8:30. They covered a lot of interesting stuff. Dak and the cup on the sideline. That was a great story. Does he agree with Michael Irvin about wanting to see a loss to the Redskins because it would refocus the team? His assessment of the Redskins, we'll get to that, and advice for Daniel Snyder and his dance moves from oh, my God. That was brutal, man. It's tough, though, when you're excited, and sometimes you're like, yeah, it's a dancing kind of mood. We have music going on. Let's kind of go for it. Don't do it unless you're good at it. And if you think you might not be good at it, you're not good at it. You're only good at it if you know it. Number 7, Jerry, did you see Dak pick up his cup on the sideline? Here we go.
Well, I did, and I thought if you go out at our stadium or you go out at the Star, if you go down on the event level, or if you're up in the top part and quote the suites in that area, you'll see no intellectual clutter, and you'll see all the trash picked up. And that's what we want. We're proud of it, and it's good to see him carry that on through to the sidelines. John Madden once was sitting with Stephen at practice, and there were some papers blowing out across. The paper had gotten loose and split up and going in 2 or 3 different directions on the field, and everybody walked out to practice. Nobody picked it up, and John said, when your dad comes out, before he says anything to me, I'll bet you $100 that he goes over and picks up all that paper. That's what you do when you are trying to basically not only be an example, but that's what you do if you get in the habit of it. I'm proud of him for doing that. You can tell. I'll bet you one thing, that mobile home he grew up in, it might have been modest, but I bet it was clean.
Yeah, I bet it was too. That's, I think
made this a real story.
Yeah, well, it is because, character is what you do when nobody's looking, right? Isn't that
Everyone was looking. You're on TV.
He didn't know that though. He didn't know he was on TV.
He's the quarterback of the Cowboys.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't thinking about it. He picked up a cup like a sweetheart of a human being, and he threw it away. God bless that man.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I'm trying to figure out what intellectual clutter is, though. Like, I could see it inside your brain. You got too much going on. You're too smart for your own good. It's cluttering you up, and now you can't think straight, right? But intellectual clutter that you'd see in a stadium, that's tough, but apparently Jerry put a lot of thought into it. Now, here's the deal. My mom keeps a spotless house. Spotless. I can't.
It helps you think, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does. That's the intellectual clutter situation, man. When it's just messy everywhere, that makes your mind messy.
Yeah.
When it's nice and clean and organized, your mind starts doing that too.
There you go.
I'm a train wreck. Yeah. Car.
Can't keep it clean either. Yeah.
No. Now, every time that I get it clean, I feel really good.
Hell yeah.
48 hours, I look back down, I'm like, crap, what happened?
I know.
It's gone again.
Yeah, just a couple of swings through a drive-through and just regular life, boom, ruined. Intellectual clutter everywhere. I'm gonna put my foot down though eventually though.
No,
I put my foot down with a cup. Yeah, you're right. I will.
Yeah.
Asked if he agrees with Michael Irvin, who says a loss to the Redskins would refocus the team. Here we go.
No, but if Michael has a sense for that, then I'll accept that. I really like his basic instinct about a team. I know that when I'll remind you of the story. I was sitting there with him when we played the Rams in preseason. And Dak got under the quarterback and went down the field and hit a back shoulder, I think, to Dez for a score. And, man, we were just on the edge of our seat. And I said, did you see that? I said, that kid is really that's pretty impressive. He said, what was that? And I explained it to him again. He said, I'm looking at the sideline. I said, look at all that whole team over there, 100 of them, plus coaches. They're almost out on the field, hanging on every move he makes. He said he's inspirational. It takes more than one guy to play this game. He's got this team fired up. That's what I'm looking at. So Mike's got a great feel for this thing.
Yeah, Michael Irvin does, and some of it might be a little bit unconventional as far as his ideas, and you might not agree, but you got to respect it and you got to give it time because he's a terrific leader. He was the heart and soul. The leader of this team. His dad, obviously, Michael Irvin's dad was a tremendous leader as well, so there's significant pedigree there and experience. I'm not quite sure how I feel about wanting them to lose. I think there is value in it. Like, I was happy that the Redskins won Sunday night against the Packers because I don't want them to be refocused by a loss. So I think there's value in it. I just don't. I don't think it's exact, and it's not the same with every team.
And there's more value in beating somebody in the NFC East who is chasing you.
Yes.
Go ahead and beat them. If we're going to have our focus loss and need to get refocused.
Where is it?
Week 17 is a good time. Yeah, week 17 would be, that's Philly, isn't it? Week 17 is Philly. Yeah, we'll take a loss with all the starters on the bench and then refocus. Or do you have to have your starters play?
We could maybe lose to the Buccaneers. That is
lose to Jameis. I like that.
Week 15. December 18th, and then the next week you have the Lions to get ready for, who might be a playoff opponent, and then at the Eagles January 1st. I think if I had to pick it, that would be the one.
Let's take 15. We'll get Tampa into the postseason. Tampa will then knock off an NFC East team in the wild card game, and then we'll mollywop Tampa right back home.
I like that a lot.
Send a shout out to Jerry for that Dak story again.
That was cool.
I hear that Dak story a lot. He's like my father-in-law. He tells the same story maybe 3 or 4 times a day if you sit around long enough. Shout out to Jerry.
It is cool, and we heard that when we were in Oxnard. Jason Witten was saying, he just commended the huddle, and everybody was like, oh, wow, what's this? And I don't know what that quality is, but you know it when you're around it, and it is very, very impressive. And I do believe if you have a figure like that on your team, I think Ray Lewis was one for the Ravens. Last Super Bowl they won, he wasn't the best linebacker on the team anymore, but he came back and that team took off like a bat out of hell.
Got to be special to have the it factor and stab people.
Right.
That's hard to do.
Cup 14, Jerry, and assessing the Redskins. Here we go.
Well, I see one of the top teams, and boy, don't think for 1 minute they're not capable of being right there. And this will be a big challenge for us. I'm not so sure that first of all, I'm glad we've got it at home. We need to have this at home, and we got out of there with a win in Washington, but we did just that. We just got out of there with a win, and the quarterback helped us out a little bit. He's not doing that anymore as I've watched him play, and bottom line is we do have to get ready for a hell of an effort on their part, and I have a lot of respect for them. So this is a big game for us. They're all big, but this is a big game, division game. This would do a lot to have a win.
So here's the thing. Kirk Cousins, 28 years old. He's been in the NFL. Is this his 6th year? Long-time starter at Michigan State. I don't think he's evolved into this player that we've seen the last 4 weeks. I think he's a guy that's going to have hot and cold months going back and forth and until he proves it, but I don't think players are making very significant leaps in their evolution as a player from 27 to 28 years old. Jeff, what do you think? At least I'm hoping not. Is that wishful thinking?
I guess I would just say I didn't know what he was last year. Like if you flew in from Mars or from the moon, like the story that I'm going to read to you later, where there are apparently UFOs flying off of the moon today, and you said, hey, his first full year as a starter, the guy threw for 4,000 yards, 29 touchdowns, 11 picks, 101 QB rating. Just looking at that, you'd be like, oh, that's pretty good. And then this year he's been pretty good. And so I don't know, because I thought he was inconsistent last year. I thought he was inconsistent earlier this year. But even that's not that long of a track record. Like his first 3 years, he really didn't play much.
Yeah, if he'd sat the first 3 years and then had shown up to be a starter, you could make, more of a case. But there were still 14 games played going into last year, and quite a few of those started. So, I don't know. I guess we're about to find out, right? If Kirk Cousins plays great the rest of the season and goes into the postseason and doesn't bury his team, I guess eventually I'll kicking and screaming start to believe in him. How about final cut from Jerry? Dance move advice for Daniel Snyder.
Well, I'd tell him to make sure that, not like me, when I was in the 9th grade, 10th grade, and 11th grade, I'd come up to about the girls' armpits. That's how short I was during that time, and had a big growth spurt about after that. So if I'm Dan, I'm staying out, keeping that arm's length and keeping my feet moving and not emphasizing the height difference.
All right,
okay, that was totally
fired.
Unrelated to Dan Snyder's dance moves.
Yeah.
And I don't like that people are shaming Dan Snyder for his dance moves.
Why?
Because for people who don't dance well, it's already uncomfortable enough trying to do it. If you're out there having a good time, you don't need people shaming you, because now you're going to go back into your shell even further. Like, we're already terrified of dancing, and now when we actually let loose a little bit and kind of wiggle around, you get made fun of for it?
Yeah, don't do that. It's making me uncomfortable.
What? Wait, what is
You're dancing. Yeah.
You can't worry about that.
It's
about each individual person and their happiness. Let them be happy.
The world is a hard place, man. It's a meritocracy, and if you're not good, you shouldn't be doing it. Get the hell out of here, Daniel Snyder.
You're going to shame everybody into dance. Now there's going to be 13 people on Earth that dance because they can't.
Send me your videos on Twitter of you dancing horribly. I'll shame you right there in cyberspace. I have no problem with it. G-Bag Nation, public service announcement for you coming up 2 days from Thanksgiving, and what you need to know to be safe is next in the nation. How about what you need to know to get an awesome deal on your next vehicle? It's called the Easy Lease from D&M Leasing. You can read all about it at dmautololeasing.com. Of course, the holidays coming up right around the corner. Maybe you're thinking, I owe myself a nice new set of wheels, or maybe somebody in the family. Well, with D&M Leasing's Easy Lease, you're going to save a ton of money and get an awesome vehicle. D&M Leasing is the only place you can get the Easy Lease, no down payment, lowest interest rates available on a consumer lease, no early termination penalties. And, some of the other benefits of it with D&M Leasing, the entire transaction can take place over the phone or the internet, and they'll just bring you your new vehicle, drive away with the old one. My personal favorite, though, is saving 40 to 50% each and every month. Just last month, I acquired a new truck from D&M. I said, can you give me the numbers as a purchase and numbers as a lease? And it was 50% lower. It was a no-brainer for me. And it should be for you as well, if you know what I'm talking about. Just give D&M Leasing a call at any local area code 35-LEASE. That's 35-LEASE. Or visit dmautololeasing.com. The call is free. Not calling will cost you thousands.
Coming up today on the Ben and Skin Show, we're on the road at Trademark Car Wash. It's on Coit Road, just 1 mile north of the Bush. And we'll have the Byron Jones Show, the Travis Frederick Show, and at 6 o'clock, Ben tells the gravy gon' set it off story. Roll home with your homeboys from Richardson. It's Ben and Skin, 3 to 7 on 105.
Burger King presents breakfast stories. Today's story, Big Jim and 3 pancakes for 89 cents.
I don't care what you call them, pancakes, flipjacks, flap cakes. The point is, at Burger King, you can get a stack of 3 of them for 89 cents. What kind of deal is this?
A great one? Fill up on 3 golden pancakes for 89 cents. This is not breakfast. This is a Burger King breakfast. Get 3 pancakes for 89 cents. Only at Burger King. Limited time only. Price and participation varies.
Toyotathon starts early at Vandergrift Toyota. Get year-end pricing right now. Starting today, your first payment is all that is due at signing. Lease a 2017 Toyota Camry LE Automatic Sedan or 2017 Toyota RAV4 LE Automatic 2-wheel drive for just $199 a month. Your choice, a 2017 Camry or RAV4. Just $199 a month. Both with 0 security deposit and just $199 due at signing. Vandergrift Toyota, across from the Parks Mall in Arlington, or visit us online at VandergriftToyota.com. 36-month leases with approved credit plus tax, title, license, and $150 doc fee. An extra charge may be imposed at lease end. Ends 11/30/16.
Don't miss the last few days of the Black Friday sale. Find your bonus tag and get 20% off MSRP on the largest selection of qualifying 2016 Chevys in the nation. Over 200 vehicles are clearly marked with bonus tag savings. The best selection in town, but you only have a few more days to get 20% off MSRP as cash back. ClassicChevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Classic Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
It's time to pump up the holiday spirit in seconds. Right now at the Home Depot, a 9-foot Santa or snowman inflatable is just $29.88. You save over $30. A friendly 9-foot Santa or not so abominable snowman will welcome family and friends and the real Santa to your home in a big way. A big, instantly inflatable way. Save $30 on a 9-foot snowman or Santa inflatable, only $29.88. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through November 23rd. Limit 3 per customer.
As they broadcast live at the grand opening of Trademark Luxury Car Wash and Euro Lounge, 1 mile north of George Bush on Coit. Get a free exterior car wash and grow the show at 1101 Coit Road in Plano. Get the details at 1053thefan.com.
This is the home of the Texas Rangers. We are DFW Sports Station, 105.3 The Fan.
Welcome back, Nation. We have a public service announcement for you, something I saw on CBSDFW.com, and why local hospitals and emergency rooms are expecting an increase in ER visits on Thursday. Segment's brought to you by the all-new Trademark Luxury Full-Service Car Wash and Euro Lounge, 1101 Coit Road. Join Ben and Skin today. It's the grand opening of Trademark. Free exterior car washes for everyone, plus awesome fan giveaways today, 3 to 7. At the $5 million Trademark Car Wash, 1101 Coit Road in Plano. You're getting out of work, go see your guys Ben and Skin, get a free car wash. Gravy gonna set it off story, whole deal. So what do you think will be the top emergency room concerns for Thanksgiving? God. The hours after Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
What are your health
And
warnings?
then you go to the emergency room.
Yeah.
Drinking too much.
Having a good time.
It's a big drink day, I bet.
Big drinking day.
It's an overeating day.
You feel full, so you drink more.
But feeling full, you wouldn't go to the ER.
When I felt full, I would just get into the liquor. You know, you couldn't do beer anymore because it'd be like, oh, I'm
yeah. You gotta get to that strong stuff, bro.
I just sit on the toilet.
Okay.
And like, even if like
just
you know,
wait.
You're right. Even if it's like 3 hours, you get you a book and you just sit there. You're like, I gotta wait this out. Like,
we gotta make some room.
I know it's not time yet, but I don't have anything else going on. So.
Well, you guys hit the first reason, and it's overconsumption. Now,
because you hate your family is what's happening here.
Well, that's the other reason is people that have the really combustible type of confrontational families.
This year's going to set records.
Oh yeah,
there's going to be families getting drunk and then violent,
having fights in the street
about politics.
That's why you got to sit in the Target parking lot at first before you go to your parents' house. Yeah, just give it a moment to calm down.
Okay.
Then going.
Smoke one.
Shout out to SNL. Yeah.
Okay. Did Chappelle? Was that in the Chappelle episode?
No, it was the latest one. They said before you go visit the family, just go to Target and just sit in the parking lot and just relax.
I got it. I like the
Was
sound
that the
of
same one? I watched part of it and I didn't think it was funny. Like they did the parade thing where the floats were creeping by people's window. I don't know. I tried to watch SNL and it was terrible.
Sorry.
The Chappelle one?
No, the Chappelle one was great. I mean, other than the stuff without Chappelle, which was awful. Like, why on the news desk? What's the white guy doing?
He's great. I love the white dude, bro.
Great.
Stop that.
Stop
it.
You
will not do that to him.
He's not good.
Well, there is good Dave Chappelle news here. I'll just go ahead and transition because Chappelle was brought up, and I wanted an opportunity at some point in today's show before we get to birthdays. Netflix and Dave announced a deal yesterday. It's going to deliver 3 specials to Netflix in 2017.
Which is going to make him most of the money that he left on the table, right? I think I saw he gets like $45 million?
Yeah.
And 50 is what he left on the table, right?
Yeah. Well, he signed this is $60 million, I believe.
Is it 60?
Yeah.
Okay.
So $20 million a special, and I saw that 2 of the specials are already done.
Oh,
He's
wow.
got them in his vault. It's just like material. So he's like, okay, here's some bits, and then I'll do one special for you fresh that just him will get together with the Netflix people.
What an amazing strategy. Like, hey, you guys want to pay me to do some shows for you? And they're like, yes. And he's like, all right, here's the DVD. Hit play. Wow. Already had it
ready, bro. Where's that check?
Yeah.
Did you hear Jesse Holly's hot Dave Chappelle
I
take?
didn't. I came to my Twitter. A lot of people told me Jesse's crazy, but I never heard or seen what he said.
When did this go down?
It's been going down since the SNL episode, and he hasn't backed down.
Oh.
And I might get myself yelled at here, too, but he says Dave Chappelle's not funny.
Ooh.
Which is crazy talk.
Wow.
And
Must
then,
not like anybody going political.
I don't know. But then he doubled down and was like, because Chris Rock appeared on SNL too, and he was like, Chris Rock is funnier. See, Chris Rock to me has never been funny. I don't know. Me and Chris Rock, we're not on the same funny page.
He probably creeps you out how he holds his hands.
I don't know. It's just the whole delivery about it. I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm not there with Chris Rock.
I think Chappelle is slightly funnier than Rock, but if you thought Rock was funny, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I could see that. Flavor ice cream.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll grant you that. But for me, Chappelle is, I don't know, favorite stand-up. For me, it's probably between Chappelle and Eddie Murphy. Like those would be my top 2. And he just went with the blanket Dave Chappelle not funny.
Wow.
Twitter didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Man, he is coming strong this year.
I'm offended.
Dave Chappelle, Paul Mooney, and George Carlin.
Okay.
Just since you put them things out there.
Paul Mooney.
Oh, George Carlin's amazing.
Yeah.
Man, George Carlin is even more pertinent and relevant now post-death. And that's something I think about Chappelle. Like, he was before his time in 2002, 2003, 2004. I think that's when the Comedy Central thing was running.
Killing Him Softly was what year? That was awesome. I think it was
I mean, I think the world's more ready for Chappelle now than even when he was on his show, and I can't wait to see what he has in mind and what he's going to deliver on Netflix in 2017.
If you're easily offended and you want everybody to be PC and never offend anyone, listen to George Carlin. He's right up your alley.
Yeah.
You'll love it.
Yeah, him and Bill Hicks. You'll love that.
You'll love it.
It's time for Jeff Kavanaugh's birthday power rankings, brought to you by Climate Evangelist Eye Center. The battle for birthday dominance.
All right, G-Bag Nation birthdays today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only like 6 of them. Small day for the nation. Roderick Johnson.
Roderick Davis. That is Gucci Man's real name.
Spencer Samuel.
SNS. SS.
Henry Zuniga.
Hank.
Matt Simpson.
What?
Matt Simpson?
Simpson? Oh, man.
I want to talk to Sampson.
Okay, give him Samson.
Timothy January.
Jan Man.
Michael Stuckey. Stuckey. Michael Stuckey.
That's a cool
Stuck
name,
up.
isn't it? Stuck up. All right.
And let's see here. Had to dig deep to try to find relevant people born today. Not you guys, G-Bag Nation birthdays. You guys are always relevant. Joe Nathan, 42 today. Brock Osweiler, 26 today.
Pretty average players.
Mark
was good for a while.
Mark Ruffalo is 49.
Mark Ruffalo?
He's the Hulk.
Man, shout out to him.
He's the Hulk in the Avengers movies. So like the newest version of the Hulk. And I know he did other stuff too. I just can't think of any of it. But he did other stuff.
Yeah, he's like an activist, man, right now. He's out there in, was it North Dakota?
Oh, then I'm out on him.
Yeah.
What is he trying to do?
Oh, the pipeline?
Yeah.
You don't like the way things are going? Get out. Duh. Boris Becker is 49.
Oh, Boris Becker. What a great name. The 80s. Tennis.
Billie Jean King is 73.
That's another great name right there, bro, the 80s.
Billie Jean King. Scarlett Johansson is 32.
Overrated.
Ooh.
And today's winner, turning 30, Tink Tink. Oscar Pistorius. I think he's out of prison. Is he out of prison?
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't think he went for very long for murder.
I don't know.
I think in Australia, like, you get a month and a half for murder. Like,
I think he
you
went
killed
back
somebody
or something, bro.
Do what?
I think he went back for some reason.
I think he did get out and then went back.
They retried him?
Yeah, I think so, man. Could be wrong.
Okay, July 7th, 2016, Oscar sentenced to 6 years in prison.
It's like, all right, you did kill it. You killed somebody and you served your time, but we decided that wasn't enough. Go do some more.
Oh! Jamie Lee Curtis, dog.
Today?
Yeah. That's what Twitter's telling me right now. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Is she really a hermaphrodite?
No, what? I love Jamie Lee Curtis all the way. I'll climb that tree.
You never heard that, though?
I've heard that, but those are all lies.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the type of lies that would run unsubstantiated for years pre-internet, kids.
Yeah, her boyfriend said that to keep the dudes away.
There's nothing wrong if she was born with all sorts of stuff. It's cool.
All right, 40 things we learned in Week 11 of the NFL season is next in the nation.
Before we get there, let me tell you about my buddy Albert and his guys at AA Best Bail Bonds. 214-741-3500 is the phone number you got to have. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail. You just call up Albert and the guys at AA Best Bail Bonds. You say, hey, help me out, buddy. They got the newest location down there in Oak Cliff. Albert's awesome. The people there are awesome. They're there to help you out. 214-741-3500. They pride themselves on being the experts in the field that you can rely on. If your loved one needs bail bonding services in Dallas or the surrounding counties, they're only a call away. Whether you need help posting bond, getting a 24-hour bail bond, or securing jail release, it's at 214-741-3500. They're going to get you out of there fast. They're going to be discreet and confidential. They got offices all throughout Dallas. They got services nationwide. Open 24/7 with a free shuttle service, and nobody beats their price. It's Albert and his guys at AA Best Bail Bonds. 214-741-3500. And on the web at bestbailbondsdallas.com. Dallas license 2.
Ways to make your holidays even more magical. 1. Build a life-size gingerbread house.
What you think, honey?
Delicious. Or 2. Pick up the 2017 Accord complete with Bluetooth streaming audio at the Happy Honda Day sales event. The Honda Accord, best-selling car in America. Well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% APR. Hurry into your Honda dealer.
Find your closest Honda dealer today at NorthTexasHondaDealers.com.
Based on IHS Automotive CYTD December 2015 non-luxury traditional midsize segment new retail registrations in the U.S. E-dealer for financing details.
Hey guys, Clay Cooley here with Clay Cooley Volkswagen Park Cities. Of course we have great prices and 0% interest available, but there's more to buying a car than price. If you've ever traded in a car and owed more on it than it was worth, then a lease is probably for you. With a lease, you have a guaranteed value for your car, so at the end of the lease there isn't any negative equity. Lease a 2017 Tiguan with zero down for $249 a month. We have new 2017 Jettas equipped, not stripped, starting at only $15,995. Shop me first, shop me last. Either way, come see Clay.
Classic Chevrolet.
Don't miss the last few days of the Black Friday sale. Find your bonus tag and get 20% off MSRP on select 2016 Chevys, including Silverados, Malibus, Cruze, Camaros, and more. Most dealers only have a handful of qualifying Chevys, but Classic still has over 200 bonus tag vehicles to meet the demand. It all ends November 30th. ClassicChevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Classic Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Code.com.
Pew pew pow pow. Hey, you guys miss me? Good, because I'm back. It's Jeff here. I want to talk to you about my guys out there at Bar Louie here. Bar Louie is one of the finest bars in the world. Definitely my favorite one in the DFW Metroplex. And happy hour is one of the greatest things they do from 4 to 7, Monday through Friday. You got to swing by a Bar Louie, try one of their over 20 local, regional, and national drafts while filling up on half-price apps and flatbreads. It's every Monday through Friday at all the different Bar Louies from 4 to 7 p.m. I've been told by a guy named Mike that sits next to me most days that they have the finest tots on the planet. Not even a tot guy, but I may have to try them the next time out there. The Bar Louie menu is outstanding. The drinks are great. The deals during happy hour are awesome. And they throw a heck of a holiday shindig. You can book yours now in one of the coolest places in the city. You'll be the office hero when your coworkers find out that you set the holiday party up at Bar Louie. Everything good about the holidays with none of the bad. Check out the website at barlouie.com/holidays to get that. And keep them in mind, whether it's weekends when you're trying to find somewhere to watch the games. They've got a menu full of delicious food. The drink menu is awesome. They got the handcrafted cocktails that they got for you there. Any of the 18 handcrafted concoctions, you'll enjoy them. Check them out at Bar Louie. Eat, drink, be
It's football season, hut, which means it's all around the kids season, tailgate season, be proud of your ride season. Mike Fisher here, the Fish, with my good friend Jason Stanley of PM Stanley Motor Cars. PM Stanley's can get you ready for the busy year ahead. SUVs for the kiddos, take them to practice. Loaded trucks, tailgate party ready.
That's right, Fish. We've got the SUVs, we've got the trucks, we've got the cars at price points within your budget. At PM Stanley Motor Cars, we've made the car buying experience fun and easy.
Now, Jason, I spend most of my days, long days, at practice and at stadiums. I'm not complaining, by the way. It's a living. But I also like spending my time at PM Stanley's 100,000 square foot, air-conditioned, all-indoor showroom. It's an automotive amusement park.
I'll tell you what, Fish, you ought to check out the new website, pmstanley.com. It's easy to use. You can search for a vehicle based on your own budget and find a car that fits your price point.
And still have money for the concession stand. Head on over to PM Stanley today or visit the website, pmstanley.com.
G-Bag Nation, 40 things we learned in Week 11 of the 2016 NFL season. USA Today does this every week, and we've just been steady stealing it because it's terrific content.
What we do.
Segment's brought to you by the Leather Sofa Company. Salute to Mitch Lurie and his guys out there. Jamie, salute to you guys. And it's also brought to you by Mortgage Financial Services. Okay, 40 things. Let me start getting to some of the best ones that jumped out to me as I was reviewing it.
Better give me only the best ones.
Week 11, otherwise known as Shank Sunday.
Oh, yes.
Number 2, kickers managed to miss 12 extra point attempts on Sunday, marking a league record.
It's not good. It's getting colder, Gavin. Colder. Yeah. Does it get windier in the winter? You think it's windier as well?
Yeah.
Okay. It's getting tough out there. You ever try to kick a football in the cold?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hurts like hell.
Yeah, it does, man. You got to have the right equipment, and you got to have that foot conditioned well. This is perfect, though. This is what we need. Now, finally, the point after means something. You know, for years, for decades, it was just really kind of unnecessary and provided little value as far as suspense.
I like it because if you got a good kicker, you're still just as confident. You're fine. And if you don't, well, then you're a prime candidate to make this game wild by going for 2.
Before this season, 2 years ago, before they moved it back 13 yards, there were 8 missed PATs for the entire season. So 1 in the NFL every other week. Okay, things were so bad. Number 4, Colts kicker Adam Vinatieri even missed a field goal attempt, ending his record streak at 44 in a row. Yeah, they say it's possible for if kickers are watching it happen and they're hearing about it happen, it kind of messes with their confidence.
Well, they need to man up.
They do. Well, if they manned up, they'd play real positions, but that's neither here nor there. Number 5, perhaps the most amazing thing about the Kickers' Day was Bucs beleaguered rookie Roberto Aguayo making all 4 of his field goal attempts.
Oh!
And an extra point.
Wow.
He did man up.
Big day for him.
Okay, number 6, we've kind of avoided this topic for a couple of days here. It's the Jared Goff one.
Oh, no.
We're not sure Jared Goff makes the Rams offense any better, but he didn't make the defense any smarter. More brain lock, stupid penalties with the game on the line. Yeah, how do you feel about that? I know you have
great, Gavin.
Exhibit A's David Carr, and you got to be real proud about him.
David was terrible.
Oh, yes. And scouting is an imperfect science, evidenced by all the busts, but doesn't look good right now for you.
Right, so far it doesn't look good for Jared Goff. His yards per attempt, I believe, was right around 4 yards, which isn't even human. That's about as bad as you could possibly play football. And I'm not going to jump to judge a guy. I know it's fun for Mac Engel and for Gavin Doss. I know it's fun. Hey, Jeff, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're doing. Let Choppy grade the quarterbacks by grading the podium. No, we're having a good time. That's fine. Yeah. I will give him more than 1 professional game before I proclaim him a bust. So sue me.
Man, that is crazy. I can't believe you want to be patient.
I will wait more than the end of this year before I call somebody a bust. Carson Wentz was the greatest quarterback ever.
Okay.
6 weeks ago. He's a bum now.
I can say this. I believe Jeff Fisher knew Jared Goff could not play well enough to make the team better, right? I think that's why he stuck with Case Keenum.
I think he wanted to keep him on the bench the entire year because he thought it was best for the player. I think he thought it was best for his team, and that long term it was the best. Yeah. And then I think he got ownership pressured, where it's like, hey, homie, we got a new team in L.A., and you're making people not care.
Yeah.
Put the first-round pick in.
Yeah. So in he goes, and I think it's just another example of how it really is a team game. And I don't think you should be drafting a quarterback, especially not moving up to draft a quarterback, if the rest of your squad is unprepared to support him. Number 7, Russell Wilson is back. And the Seahawks offense, whoa. Like, they made an artistic statement about it. I don't know. I haven't seen the Seahawks much over the last couple of weeks. But
well, they definitely made an announcement that Russell is healthy with one of their play calls, which I think we'll talk about at 1:45.
Okay.
But one of the play calls left no doubt that the quarterback is now healthy and can run pretty good.
Number 8, Andrew Luck heard all the flowery talk about Marcus Mariota and the Titans this week and went out and reminded everyone he's in the same division, throwing for 186 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half to give the Colts a lead that they couldn't blow.
Well, he's going to miss. They play Thursday, right? Andrew Luck's going to miss the game. You see that?
Oh, really?
Concussion protocol. Yeah, they're going to be without Andrew Luck, which sucks with where they are in the standings and needing everyone they can get. But it looks like he ain't playing on Thursday.
Oh, wow, that is a tough place to be. So are the Cowboys going Thursday?
Yes.
At Thursday and then at the Vikings next Thursday night.
Thursday.
Number 9, this was the kind of signature road win that quarterback Jameis Winston needed. All right. Number 10, the Ravens all but dared Dak Prescott to beat them with his arm in the second half, and he did. Yes, That
might have been my favorite part of the game. Might have been my favorite part, is that they were like, hey, we're the best run defense in the league. We're kind of selling out to stop it. Can you make it hurt? And Dak was like, matter of fact, I can. Yeah. Thank you for asking.
I'll go ahead and find Dez a couple of times. Little Bryce Butler here. Ball game. Number 11, Coach Mike Zimmer and those Vikings offense have had enough trouble scoring without the officials getting in the way, but that's what happened in the first half Sunday. Consider number 12, Vikings score 1 touchdown, but it's nullified by a penalty, and then their first 2 scores weren't put on the board until Zimmer had to challenge the original calls by the referees.
Oh, no.
Number 13, eventually the Vikings took matters into their own hands with a 104-yard kickoff return and a 100-yard pick 6. Amazingly, the refs called both correctly. Yeah, this goes back to, what we say when a female ref messes up or when the scab refs are in and they mess up. It's brutal. Even the guys that are the best at it, it's impossible. The play last night with DeAndre Hopkins, I saw a still shot. I don't know who put it up. Maybe it was on Twitter. But they showed an angle that the ref was looking at, and I'll be damned, his foot looked out. If you were looking at it from about the middle of the field, diagonally forward towards the sideline, which is where that, I don't know if it was a back judge was or whatever he was there, sitting there, his angle, it looked like there's no way his heel is down and not out of bounds, so he blew the play dead.
Now, don't do that, sir.
Just let him run.
Yes, let him run. Yeah. You're allowed to fix it later. If you do it the other way, you can't fix it later.
But you can't have just in a 3-hour and 15-minute game, you can't have one moment where you're like, oop, I shouldn't have done that. It's like...
No, you can't. No, I'm staying firm on this. No, get it right. Oh, let me
Impulses
rephrase.
Are weird.
You can screw up anything you want. Don't let it be a premature whistle.
All right.
Anything else? Go ahead. Screw it up.
They should implement some one-game suspensions, put a little bit more pressure on them. Kirk Cousins, number 15, says, pay the man. If you don't, Mr. Schneider, someone else will.
In that way.
We're back there after 4 games.
Yep. Okay, Gavin. Okay. Hey, Lucius. You remember...
You like that?
Remember,
huh? You like that?
Yeah. How you like me now? Did you see him when he patted his GM on the head?
I did see that. The GM looked a little nervous at first.
Remember when Gavin said that Russell Wilson was terrible?
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do remember that, bro.
I said he was average.
It was some quality trolling for about a whole season.
That's where he is with Cousins.
Don't sell me short. That was 2 seasons worth.
Whatever, man. 5 weeks ago, I was with you on Cousins. It was like, I guess not any good, but... I don't know. I'm buying it.
I might be behind. When you do the noon Cowboy game, what you do is you wake up, you drive to AT&T Stadium, you come home halftime of the Sunday Nighter. I don't know how Mickey has kept up with the rest of the NFL for all these years. It must be like a maniacal video session or something.
I'm open to being wrong on Cousins, but I'm starting to buy it. I think the Redskins have a pretty good quarterback.
I think I'd pay him right now, that's for sure. I'm not going to...
What are you going to pay him?
You have a chance. I don't know.
It's weird, man. Paying a quarterback who's not Manning Brady...
Yeah. I think
the Packers haven't won since they paid Rodgers. The Ravens certainly haven't won since they paid Flacco. The Giants haven't won since they paid Eli. When you pay the middle-of-the-road starter, you better draft your butt off.
Yeah.
Because you gave up a lot of money.
Yeah, and I think it's around like 5 years and $110 million with 40 guaranteed. That's like the entry point for a guy resembling a franchise quarterback.
So weird how many Seahawk fans were at Rangers spring training.
That was, man, they were fired up for him. They were celebrating. Number 20, do the 2008 Lions, who went 0-16, drink champagne and celebrate if the Browns win a game? Little Miami Dolphins.
Maybe. Which one of our coordinators was the head coach there? It was the
Marinelli.
That was his head coaching gig. Maybe he's found his niche as a defensive coordinator.
Number 18, the Eagles defense talked this week about how they were on the same level as the Seahawks defense. Not so much. Number 21, a tip of the helmet to Dolphins wide receiver Devontae Parker, who had several clutch catches, including the touchdown on the game-winning drive. Yes, that was quite an exciting moment in that game as they had not scored into the fourth
There were a lot
quarter.
of exciting moments in that game.
No.
I was watching the battle of my quarterbacks, and they were both embarrassing quarterbacks everywhere.
Tannehill and Goff?
Yeah, it was my guys. I'm watching my guys, and it's like, hey, look, this game's going to end 10-0.
Okay, number 24 is about the Cowboys. Tony Romo's concession speech on Tuesday, classy. The fact he wouldn't take questions, not so classy.
Oh, man.
I think these are hot takers. These are guys that are just trying to swim the opposite way. You know, they're like, hey, look at me, man. Everybody's loving on this Tony Romo. I'm going to go opposite day on him.
Yeah, I think Romo's a crybaby, and he needs to get over it. That's what I think.
Shots fired at Mac Angle.
No, I'm just saying.
We have more. Hopefully we'll have time to get to those a little bit later on in the broadcast. But coming up next in the nation, the wide receiver who flipped off his offensive coordinator after hearing what play was called. We'll do that next in the nation. But before we get there, it's time to talk with Brad Sullivan, Mortgage Financial Services. If you've been thinking about refinancing, get in now, because as Brad is about to tell you more, the interest rates might be going up real soon. Good afternoon, Brad. How you doing? Let's get them locked in, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. We need to get them locked in, Gavin. Rates have gone up over 0.5 point since the election, and everybody heard me talking about it on the radio for the last 2 months, saying it was going to happen, and it has. The average rate on a 30-year mortgage is 4 1/8. Now, here's the great news. Values have gone up so much in our state over the last 4 or 5 years, cash-out refinances are still the thing to do. Take the cash out of your house. As these interest rates go up on the long-term rates, those credit cards and all short-term borrowings are going to go through the roof. So never a better time now than to take that money out of that house at these low rates. I don't see them going up a whole lot more than that. They've already really put the adjustment in because the Fed is talking about raising short-term rates on the 13th and 14th. The great news is we're local. We can lock you in for up to 90 days and it not cost you anything. We can go longer than that, and you pay like buying an insurance policy. So if you're not going to close for 120 or 160 days, we can look at all the options and do what's best for you. But the best thing to know is when you come to Mortgage Financial Services and DreamLending.com, we're not going to tell you what you want to hear. We're not going to be politically correct. We're going to give you the truth about what you need to do on your home loan.
And that's why
Guys, absolutely, man. Have a great day.
Pardon me, Brad. You too, man. I was going to say that's why Brad is the best. He's local. The money's local, and they'll get right to work on you. They can have you closed in no time. Mortgage Financial Services, 817-601-9010 or dreamlending.com. Mortgage Financial Services, NMLS 43021, 2001 Lakeside Parkway, Flower Mound, Texas, 75028, Equal Housing Lender.
Coming up tonight on the K&C Masterpiece, with the third annual Peace-a-thon approaching, we will go over all the guests and all the auction autograph items for our 15-hour extravaganza. So join the pre-show, 7 to 11, right here.
It's time to pump up the holiday spirit in seconds. Right now at the Home Depot, a 9-foot Santa or snowman inflatable is just $29.88. You save over $30. A friendly 9-foot Santa or not so abominable snowman will welcome family and friends and the real Santa to your home in a big way. A big, instantly inflatable way. Save $30 on a 9-foot snowman or Santa inflatable, only $29.88. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through November 23rd. Limit 3 per customer.
Hey guys, Clay Cooley here with Clay Cooley Nissan in Irving. When you start thinking about a new truck, you need to think Nissan. I want to invite you to come and test drive the all-new Titan truck. 2- or 4-wheel drive, gas or diesel, we have the truck for you. We have up to $12,000 off MSRP right now on the Titan XDs and Titan trucks starting at $29,997. Are you looking for the best small truck on the market? We have them. Frontier starting at only $19,997. We have easy financing with 0% available. Shop me first, shop me last. Either way, come see Clay.
Hey, Ben and Skin here letting you know that Pluckers is our favorite sports bar in DFW. Their famous chicken wings were named top 10 in the United States by USA Today, and Pluckers was also named one of the top 5 sports bars in America.
Ben, Pluckers is the best place to watch sports because each of their 7 DFW locations has at least 60 TVs, so you can watch all your favorite teams any day of the week.
The real difference, though, between Pluckers and other sports bars is their food. Everything at Pluckers is made from scratch.
At Pluckers, if you don't like our wings, we'll give you the bird.
Hey guys, Mike Bassick here. We all have tiring schedules, whether it be from work or the kids. Men's T Clinic is the place that helped with my reduced energy and fatigue. The treatment and healthcare providers at Men's T Clinic changed my life. It can change yours too. I got my levels checked for $25 and so can you. Now 2 locations to serve you in Addison and the Colony at Castle Hills. Make an appointment today and get back to being you.
Men's T Clinic, 1-800-246-OT.
Men'sTClinic.com.
Fashion Emergency Hotline.
Help. I'm so excited about Black Friday sales, I can't sleep.
Put those worries to bed and get to Old Navy immediately.
Old Navy?
Yep, you snooze, you lose. Don't wait for Black Friday. Go get 40% off your entire purchase in-store right now.
40% off? Am I dreaming?
Nope, it's true. And today only, Old Navy's cozy sleepwear for the family is 50% off.
50% off sleepwear? Wow, thanks.
Don't thank me. Thank Old Navy. Valid 11/22. In stores only. Excludes licensed sleep clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, and today only deals.
This Black Friday, Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, is the only place you'll find the exclusive Pandora Holiday Charm gift set. This unique set includes 12 festive charms and clips, including the Jared exclusive Mrs. Santa Claus charm and a special limited edition Black Friday charm, all packaged in a beautiful keepsake box. And starting Black Friday, you can save $225 on the entire set. It's the Pandora jewelry set she'll treasure forever. That's why he went to Jared.
The following message contains a special offer for listeners of this station. Are you a man over 40? Are you constantly looking for the nearest bathroom? Do you wake up multiple times a night to use the bathroom? Right now, Perfect Prostate is sending out free bottles of their groundbreaking new formula to listeners of this station. Perfect Prostate formula was developed by medical doctor Mitchell Fleischer, and its ingredients have been clinically studied to reduce your frequent nighttime bathroom visits and promote healthy urine flow. Right now, preferred customers get their first bottle of Perfect Prostate absolutely free. There's nothing to lose. Perfect Prostate is guaranteed to reduce that constant urge to use the bathroom, especially at night, and promote healthy urine flow. Don't wait. Call now for your free bottle. Just pay shipping and processing. Dial 1-800-680-9617. That's 1-800-680-9617. Supplies are limited. 1 free bottle per household. Call now. Dial 1-800-680-9617. That's 1-800-680-9617.
Come on out to the G-Bag Live broadcast at Premier Grilling in Plano this Black Friday from 10 to 3. Come for the Black Friday deals and stick around for the Big Green Egg demonstration at 1801 Preston Road and pick up G-Bag Nation t-shirts. More info at 1053thefan.com.
One of the top NFL insiders is part of the Fan family. Mike Florio joins Sean and RJ Friday mornings at 8:30 on 105.3 The Fan.
This segment of the G-Bag Nation is brought to you by PM Stanley Motor Cars, man. They have a vehicle waiting for you to make your trips this holiday as smooth as possible. Cars, trucks, SUVs, something to suit each family's needs. Check them out in Carrollton. It's pmstanley.com.
Thank you very much, Lucius. We're having a good Tuesday broadcast.
Are you in a Scarlett Johansson fight right now?
Yeah. We got some folks, looks like Tovash and Ryan out there, you know.
You can't argue with Tovash. She knows those white women.
Tovash sent a picture of Scarlett at her absolute best. And then Gavin sent one back at her absolute worst.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I think it was from that boxing movie she did or something like that. But it is not flattering at all. But hey, you know, that's what you do on the internet, right? You
go looks like she's fiending. Like if you could see her left arm, it would look like an LA freeway.
And those glorious bosom it looks all offset and not matching. I think she might have had a lot of work done, actually. All right, we're talking about the wide receiver who flipped off his offensive coordinator after hearing what play was called. Doug Baldwin with the Seahawks. Their OC is Darrell Bevel, and I'm sure you've heard that name quite often over the last couple of years because he's a really good offensive coordinator, and he called in Baldwin going back like he was going to do the Lucky Whitehead play, but then standing up and throwing it to Russell Wilson for a touchdown. And I don't know if the cameras caught it live, but maybe they did on the replays or something, or maybe upon a closer look. He just turns and flies the bird right at Bevel on the sideline.
Before running the play.
Yeah.
Like, how focused are you on executing the play? Like, he heard the play call and his immediate reaction was, F you, coach.
Well, so Baldwin talked about it yesterday, and he said, we're in the bleeping red zone, and you want me to throw the ball? Throw me the ball. He said it was actually more funny than anything because Darryl knows that when we get in the red zone, I want the ball thrown to me. I want to score touchdowns. And so it's like in that situation, him flipping me the bird because now he's got me throwing the ball to somebody else.
Threw a dime, by the way.
Yeah, that was nice.
Great pass. Like when I was watching the replay of that play, I don't think I saw it live, but I was watching the replay, and as he went to throw it, I was like, oh, that's brave.
Yeah.
Like, Wilson was open, but you're a receiver throwing across the field. I was like, is that linebacker going to get there? He dropped it in.
Wilson might be one of the great athletes ever. At NC State, the reason he ended up transferring is because the coach just wanted him to play safety. He's a really good football player, and I think he could do a lot of different things. Baldwin was asked what Bevel said when he got back to the sideline. He said he just looked at me and laughed. Nothing could be said. It worked out perfectly.
Okay, so your perception of who you are matters in that scenario, I guess? Like, nobody's ever said a negative thing about Doug Baldwin that I can think of. So when he does it, it's like, oh, look at him playing.
Yeah.
Like, what if Dez threw that up to Linehan before a play?
Oh, man. The rules are totally different with Dez. It's really unfortunate. Once you get put in that group of people, like they're just waiting and watching for you to do anything close to the line.
Odell Beckham. What if he threw up the middle finger to his coordinator before a play?
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know, a guy wanting to call the shots because he's a rebel without a clue, something like that.
Real me guy. Me guy.
Want to jump back into USA Today's top 40 things we learned in Week 11?
Come on. Only if you read the best ones.
Number 25, time for Andy Reid to take her advice. Nick Foles is better than Alex Smith. You're welcome, Coach.
That's a lie. That's overreaction. Let's not do that.
Man, how good would Nick Foles be with Zeke in this team? What would Nick Foles be doing right now?
I don't know. I learned my lesson. Well, Mike's not here. I can say whatever I want. He won't cuss me out. Not very good. I don't think Nick Foles is very good.
And this is
what did Nick Foles do? Like after I know he was the greatest quarterback of all time.
He was terrible with the Rams.
Right.
He was about as good as Mark Sanchez in that next season with the Eagles. Remember, he got healthy late, but they rode with Sanchez.
So pretty bad.
Yeah, and then last year he was horrible with the Rams, but he's played 2 games. He's attempted 36 passes, and his rating is 105.9 right now with 3 touchdowns and no picks.
I'll put him in. Why not?
Oh, man, your surroundings, team game. Number 26, one vision that will not leave any of us for a while. Panthers linebacker Luke Kuechly in tears, leaving the field on a cart. Was it just the concussion? Was that confirmed? It was just a concussion.
I believe so. Saw a picture the next day. He was doing the thumbs up. He was like, hey, guys.
So
he's had a bunch, though.
Oh,
like, I think he's reaching the point where you would start asking, hey, you sure? Sure you want to do this?
So it's like, oh, man, I got to reconsider if I want to even be playing again. Or
yeah, like
I might be a vegetable for my grandkids. Cry.
I don't know if that's what he was crying about in the moment. Like, I think it was just that scrambled, that he was kind of terrified.
Yeah.
But, like, he's one of those guys that at this point, I would, if I was part of his family, I'd be like, you sure, man? Like, I get it. You love it. It's fun. It's kind of what you do. It's your identity. But they're stacking up, and that probably doesn't end well.
Yeah, and then at that point it becomes a money decision. Like, okay, I guess I'll play this much more time. I don't want to be doing this, but I did save money or I didn't save money, and it's a different situation for everybody. I would just look at it like, man, there are so many old guys that played pro football, and they're fine. I think there is a risk, but I do think it's exaggerated compared to what the common expected experience would be. Number 28 on the Bills' first drive, they relied heavily on LaShawn McCoy, resulted in a touchdown. Their second drive, he didn't touch the ball. Coach is just showing they're smarter than you, even when they're not. Yeah, that's that running thing, man.
Teams don't want to do it. They don't. I don't know.
I think 2 things are working.
What is it? Like, why, if it works, will teams refuse to do it? Like, it's where we are in the NFL, that everyone is going to throw more than they're going to run. But they're, like, most coaches aren't young people, so it's not like they're just not patient. They're plenty patient. They're old people. They're NFL coaches.
I think they probably have numbers that say overall passing is going to result in touchdowns more often.
Yeah. I guess if you look at most teams, they average about 4 yards per carry.
Yeah.
And per pass play, it's probably about 7.
And if you keep running it and you don't get first downs, you're going to get killed.
Yeah.
You know? There's nothing worse than 3rd and 5, you run for it and you don't get it, and the fan base is like, are you kidding me? You're not going to run for 5 yards?
And I guess your default play is sort of a pass. Because if you pass on first down and it's 2nd and 10, well, now you got to pass. If you run on first down and you don't gain yards, it's 2nd and 10, now you got to pass.
Yeah.
Like it's the default play.
Did anyone even bother to attend Niners-Patriots? All those people dressed as empty seats. Not a good look for a league that increasingly is in need of good looks. 31. Yes, it looks like it might be a cold playoff-less winter in Green Bay. They're going to have to blow up their organizational staff as far as front office and coaching, I think.
Who fires people there? Is there a boardroom full of people that fires everybody?
I think KT's got a list.
Yeah.
Got to be a CEO, right? A main guy in charge, or is there a board?
Yeah, if I was getting robbed by the Packers and was a fake owner, I would be like, hey, when are we all getting together to hire our new coach? Like, it's us, right? We'll just take a poll.
Great quote from Vikings return man Cordarrelle Patterson, or is it Cordero? Now has a kickoff returns for touchdowns at the Metrodome, TCF Bank Stadium, and U.S. Bank Stadium. Says that's my new name, Triple Crown. Like it?
Yeah, he's a good kick returner and one of the bigger busts in the history of wide receivers.
Texans lament it's a game of inches and errant whistles. Deserves better from the refs on both. Okay? Oh, deserved better. Yes. Boy, I tell you, man.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Win the next one.
We felt the pain when we saw the sound guy from Fox get run over.
Oh, my God. Is he okay?
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, many times. He had a smile on his face later, so he got to keep working?
My man did a whole semi-flip, though, before he hit the ground.
He was fine. I mean, that was
325
that was pounds of fury, and he came up to about that dude's nipple.
He held on to that camera, though, bro. Shout out to you for that.
Okay, that catch by Russell Wilson, a 15-yard TD pass in the third quarter. He equaled the combined receiving yards of all the Eagles' wide receivers at that point in the game.
Yeah, Carson Wentz is the best, right?
And 40 from ESPN. Jeff Fisher has tied Tom Landry for second most losses in NFL history. He has coached 336 games. Landry coached in 418. Thank you. Scoreboard.
He loses fast, man. And gets contract extensions for it.
There's a headline on Fox Sports right now, why the Cowboys are very beatable. Do we need to turn the media watchdog loose? We'll discuss it next in the Nation.
A salute to you for making G-Bag Nation your midday choice right here on DFW Sports Station 105.3 The Fan.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute. I started getting the tweets as soon as the clock hit 000 last night. So you know what that means? I'm bumping autumn win today. Raiders 27, Texans 20. Didn't matter that game was in Mexico City at altitude. The Raiders did what the Raiders do. They fall behind. They get in some trouble. And then they come back and they rip somebody's heart out. And they did it again last night. But man, it was not pretty early on. But it didn't matter. Just as it didn't matter that they were down 7 going into the fourth quarter. They find a way to grind out another win and to grab sole possession of first place at 8-2 in arguably the NFL's best division. Then again, this is
Friday sales.
Place you'll find the exclusive Pandora Holiday Charm gift set. This unique set includes 12 festive charms and clips, including the Jared exclusive Mrs. Santa Claus charm and a special limited edition Black Friday charm, all packaged in a beautiful keepsake box. And starting Black Friday, you can save $225 on the entire set. It's the Pandora jewelry set she'll treasure forever. That's why he went to Jared.
You've reached the Old Navy Holiday Happy Helpline. For Holiday Happy, run to Old Navy tomorrow to save 50% off your entire purchase. Don't wait for Black Friday when every gift on your list is 50% off starting tomorrow. That's right. Get 50% off coats, 50% off sweaters, 50% off sleepwear, 50% off your entire purchase tomorrow through Friday. Stores open at 6 a.m. tomorrow. For instant happy, hang up and run to Old Navy. Valid 11/23 through 11/25. In stores only. Exclusions apply.
Are you paying too much for auto insurance or looking for coverage? Do you know which insurance company has the lowest rates? Call Direct Insurance now, and instead of searching through hundreds of insurance companies, let us do the work for you and match you with the one company that meets your auto insurance needs. Best of all, our service is free. Call now, 800-901-1249, 800-901-1249, 800-901-1249.
This is the exclusive home of your Rangers, 105.3 The Fan, KRLD FM HD1, Dallas Fort Worth. Never ever quit, guys. Let's go.
Live from the MTXHondaDealers.com studio, this is the G-Bag Nation.
Last word out of your sorry mouth will be sir, and it will be loud.
On 105.3 The Fan.
It's hour number 5 of the G-Bag Nation. Is this guy a hater or what? Chris Chase, FoxSports.com, with a story saying the Cowboys are very beatable and that they aren't that good. Hello. Yes, the media watchdog is stationed inside his kennel. We'll open that door and let him run the streets looking for some Fox Sports rider to chomp down on. Jennifer, at your service. You see me, Teamy. Mike Bassick is out today. Jeff Kavanaugh and Lucius Alexander along with you. We are the G-Bag Nation on 105.3 The Fan.
Bought Stompface a new toy yesterday. Speaking of dogs, it's one of those balls that kind of squeezes and squeaks.
Uh-huh.
Bad idea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the dogs like to hear the sound.
Oh, she hasn't killed it yet?
No, still squeaking.
Oh, wow. She hasn't went inside and got the little squeak thing out and destroyed that?
No, okay. Now, I do have the shell of a tennis ball that we still use that's broken open, and it just flaps, and there's nothing green left on it. We have one of those. Yeah, it's great.
Man, Stompface is getting up there for still being obsessive with the toys, right?
Yeah, she's 7.5.
7, yeah.
7.5, still obsessed. We went to bed at about 11 and stopped squeaking at about 1:15.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this article is Chris Chase, FoxSports.com. Maybe we'll name that chew toy Chris Chase or something. Punish it. The Dallas Cowboys aren't that good, he writes. At least they haven't proved it yet. Saying that good is in reference to their 9-1 record, seeming offensive indestructibility, and status as favorites in the NFC. The truth is the record's soft, the offense is vulnerable, and they're a clear second behind Seattle as the rightful favorite to win the NFC.
What is the offense vulnerable to, would be my question. Like, if the running back and 2 of the offensive linemen got hurt?
Like an all-Madden team?
Okay, maybe. Yeah. They didn't look too vulnerable. How many defenses do they have to play before we're like, hey, they're going to be good against anybody? Oh, that Green Bay front, you can't run on them. Done.
I mean, if you have a great defense in today's game and you've had it together for any more than a couple of seasons, you're paying all those guys and your offense isn't very good. You might have a quarterback, but you're not protecting him. You probably don't have a running game. You probably have a couple of wide receivers. But, this approach that I think it comes from people that grew up watching the NFL in the 80s and 90s, and their idea of the Super Bowl favorite as a team that's stacked on both sides of the line of scrimmage and is almost unbeatable. That's just not the case. The Patriots, the second best team, have a defense that's worse than what the Cowboys are putting out there. So you think, okay, well, he's a professional writer and Fox Sports hired him and all that. Where's his evidence?
Doesn't mean a whole lot. They got a couple over there.
Let me try some of his points out here for you.
Okay.
What could he have in mind? He goes after the schedule. 1-1 record against teams that are above 500, the Giants and Redskins.
Right. You put everybody else below 500 by beating them. Yes.
An 8-0 record against teams below 500.
You helped them get below 500.
Plus the 1-1. Either one of those games could have gone the other way. It could be 2-0. It could be 0-2. But they happened in the first 2 weeks of the season. Significant lessons have been learned from Dak, and adjustments have been made with where they're positioning Zeke pre-snap.
And it doesn't even listen. The 9-1 doesn't matter. It could be a 10-0. It could be a 6-4, a 7-3, like whatever. Yeah, there's been close games that maybe they could have gone a different direction. It wouldn't change it. Like, they could be the 7-3 Dallas Cowboys, and they would still have that offense, and we would still talk about them the same way.
Absolutely.
Because they've won them, sweet. Being 9-1 is awesome. But at 7-3, you would still be saying the same things. Man, look at this offense go.
Yeah. There just aren't that many good teams that you would play. And even some of the good teams, if you had played them, they would go from 6-4 to 5-5. You'd be like, see, can't beat a team over 500 like Atlanta. If the Cowboys had played them, and the Cowboys had won, you'd be looking at the 5-5 Falcons. So
the team that beat in the Super Bowl was only 11-5.
You have the you have the Seahawks, you have the Patriots, you have the AFC West, and then I don't know what else you have as far as the real strength. So to his next point, and here's where you really see the national perspective. I just don't think he has enough info. He says, we found out that Dallas is a team that doesn't play down to its competition and plays close games against divisional opponents. Again, the first two games, all right, but we have Baltimore, who some people objectively consider to be the best choice to take down the Patriots. You have the Steelers, who have been up and down, but for quite a few weeks this season, we've considered them legit Super Bowl contenders. Now, yeah, the Packers have fallen off and the Bengals have fallen off. If you want to look at the Cowboys' schedule and pick it apart, I would definitely agree that it's not the strongest strength of schedule in the NFL.
So what you got to do is you got to college football this thing and make your own schedule. You got to tell the NFL, listen, I know that you want to schedule all of our games, but we would rather play Seattle and then New England alternating weeks for 16 games, because that's the only way that people would say, oh man, look who they played.
Yeah.
Sorry for playing our schedule. We'd like to apologize.
And then he says it all changes now because of the Cowboys' last 6 games. 4 are against teams with a record above 500.
Yeah, whatever.
And the other 2 opponents are both 5-5. Three of those 6 games are division matchups, and all 6 are against teams with legitimate playoff hopes through the first 10 games of the season. So you look at that Cowboys schedule, and it's super different than the previous 10, isn't it, Jeff?
Yeah, so what does he write when they finish 13-3? Or whatever what are they going to
see? They went 4-2 down the stretch.
Lost 2 times as many as you'd lost up to this point. Whatever. People like to write stuff.
Versus the Redskins, yeah, that should be a game with a point spread under 4. At the Vikings, maybe they'll be tough, but probably not. At the Giants, I do believe in the Giants, which is the opposite of you, but I think their defense is good enough, and they have Eli who can get hot and play well. Versus the Buccaneers, that's not going to be that tough. Versus the Lions, all right, point spread around 4.5, 5 points. At the Eagles, yeah, that'll probably be a close game as well. But yeah, I think 4-2 down the stretch, but 5-1 is not unrealistic either. I think you really got to come watch a Cowboy game play in and play out. I don't think you can sit in a studio or in a living room in New York and really have that strong of an understanding of what makes this team go.
That's not as easy. It's easy to have generic opinions and be strong with them.
Hey, we want more.
Here's a baseball story that I'm sure Mike would have made sure we got into the show, but if a Rangers fan here, if you've been a little bit anxious about how the offseason has gone, I think this one takes it to another level because now it's personal. Ken Rosenthal reporting the Astros are interested in bringing in Mike Napoli. And I know the Rangers aren't going to make an emotional decision. I know we shouldn't, and chances are he's getting old right now and he's not going to be good, but I feel like wherever Mike Napoli goes with his leadership and his ability to hit,
which is weird because his version of leadership is just getting everybody drunk.
Yeah. And
that's his leadership.
And being cool, I don't know, but he brings a vibe around the team that what's been the Astros' problem? They're not experienced. They don't have the leadership. Maybe they're a little bit uptight and unsure of themselves, a young baseball team. You drop Napoli in there, and maybe he finally gets old and isn't good and hits 205 with 12 home runs, and you got to cut him or something. But there's also a really good chance that he hits another 25 home runs, 240 at the plate, and is the electricity, the factor that we talk about with this Cowboys team right now that just kind of brings everything together.
It's going to be a weird prediction season when baseball's getting ready to get going, when we get out to spring training, because I think we are going to look up around the division on paper, and it won't be the first time where you'll look up and go, "Ooh, boy, I think the Rangers are in trouble," and they've overcome it before, and they can do it again. But off seasons are never fun when you're watching other teams do big things, and your team's kind of like, we won before, we're coming back. It's like, okay, all right, thanks for getting me revved up. Just hopefully be magic again.
Yeah, and there's a chance that what they do doesn't work, and it buries them for the next 5 years because we paid guys and all this stuff. But there's also a chance that things change. And it's a good thing we got Banny to lead the guys into the fight because, it will be a winter and then a spring of tempered expectations unless they do something. Mike likes it as every day at 2:15. He is out today, so Jeff Kavanaugh is going to pick up those broadcast responsibilities. Where are we going?
Big news about the end of the world and why they're going to build a statue of me. It's next.
Coming up today on the Ben and Skin Show, we're on the road at Trademark Car Wash. It's on Coit Road, just 1 mile north of the Bush. And we'll have the Byron Jones Show, the Travis Frederick Show, and at 6 o'clock, Ben tells the gravy gon' set it off story. Roll home with your homeboys from Richardson. It's Ben and Skin, 3 to 7 on 105.3.
It's time to pump up the holiday spirit in seconds. Right now at the Home Depot, a 9-foot Santa or snowman inflatable is just $29.88. You save over $30. A friendly 9-foot Santa or not so abominable snowman will welcome family and friends and the real Santa to your home in a big way. A big, instantly inflatable way. Save $30 on a 9-foot snowman or Santa inflatable, only $29.88. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through November 23rd. Limit 3 per customer.
Ways to make your holidays even more magical. 1. Put eggnog in all your recipes.
Eggnog a lasagna.
Or 2. Take home a 2017 Civic with Bluetooth streaming audio at the Happy Honda Day sales event. The Honda Civic, the best-selling compact car in its class. Hurry into your Honda dealer.
Find your closest Honda dealer today at NorthTexasHondaDealers.com.
Based on IHS Automotive CYTD December 2015 non-luxury traditional compact segment. New retail registrations in the U.S. See dealer for financing details.
Fashion Emergency Hotline.
Help! I'm so excited about Black Friday sales, I can't sleep.
Put those worries to bed and get to Old Navy immediately.
Old Navy?
Yep, you snooze, you lose. Don't wait for Black Friday. Go get 40% off your entire purchase in-store right now.
40% off? Am I dreaming?
Nope, it's true. And today only, Old Navy's cozy sleepwear for the family is 50% off.
50% off sleepwear? Wow, thanks.
Don't thank me. Thank Old Navy. Valid 11/22. In-stores only. Excludes licensed sleep clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, and today only deals.
This Black Friday, Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, is the only place you'll find the exclusive Pandora Holiday Charm gift set. This unique set includes 12 festive charms and clips, including the Jared exclusive Mrs. Santa Claus charm and a special limited edition Black Friday charm, all packaged in a beautiful keepsake box. And starting Black Friday, you can save $225 on the entire set. It's the Pandora jewelry set she'll treasure forever. That's why he went to Jared.
Toyotathon starts early at Vandergrift Toyota. Get year-end pricing right now. Starting today, your first payment is all that is due at signing. Lease a 2017 Toyota Camry LE Automatic Sedan or 2017 Toyota RAV4 LE Automatic two-wheel drive for just $199 a month. Your choice, a 2017 Camry or RAV4, just $199 a month. Both with zero security deposit and just $199 due at signing. Vandergrift Toyota, across from the Parks Mall in Arlington, or visit us online at VandergriftToyota.com. 36-month leases with approved credit plus tax, title, license, and $150 doc fee. An extra charge may be imposed at lease end. Ends 11/30/16.
36 months, 0 plus taxes tagged with approved credit, including all February rebates and competitive conquests and 10 miles per year, 0 security deposit offers cannot be buying expires 11/30/16.
Don't wait until Black Friday. Now at Miami Lakes Auto Mall, the Black Friday event is going on all month long. Now at Miami Lakes Auto Mall, 2017 Kia Forte or 2016 Optima. Your choice. Just $179 a month, sign and drive. $179 a month, sign and drive. 2016 Kia Soul. Only $199 a month, sign and drive. Just $199. Absolutely nothing down. Shop over 1,000 cars and trucks right now at MiamiLakesAutoMall.com.
You've reached the Old Navy Holiday Happy Helpline. For Holiday Happy, run to Old Navy tomorrow to save 50% off your entire purchase. Don't wait for Black Friday when every gift on your list is 50% off starting tomorrow. That's right, get 50% off coats, 50% off sweaters, 50% off sleepwear, 50% off your entire purchase tomorrow through Friday. Stores open at 6 a.m. tomorrow. For instant happy, hang up and run to Old Navy. Valid 11/23 through 11/25. In stores only. Exclusions apply.
IRS, the most feared agency in the world. Here at Platinum Tax Defenders, we're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and we're proud to be one of the only firms in the country who helps taxpayers no matter how much they owe. Whether you owe just a few $1,000s or hundreds of thousands, call now and take the first step in getting your tax matter resolved before the IRS seizes your assets or garnishes your wages. Call 800-349-9770. That number again is 800-349-9770. 800-349-9770.
Ready? Look, 9 consecutive wins and the best record in the NFL.
Touchdown, Dez Bryant.
Cowboys fans have a lot to be thankful for.
Sauce, Beasley with a little sauce.
Up next, division rival Washington.
We ain't stopping.
Your official Cowboys pregame live from AT&T Stadium begins Thursday at noon with the Sleep Number kickoff at 3:30 on DFW's home of the Cowboys and NFL. 105.3 The Fan.
Are you ready?
Welcome back, G-Bag Nation. It's time for Mike Likes It Every Day at 2:15, brought to you by WinStar World Casino and Resort. Mike's out today. Jeff's going to fill in for the broadcast here. Join Ben and Skin today at the grand opening of Trademark, a luxury full-service car wash and Euro Lounge, 1101 Coit Road. Free premium exterior car washes for everyone, plus awesome fan giveaways today, 3 to 7, a $5 million Trademark car wash, 1101 Coit Road in Plano. Jeff.
All right, Gavin, Lucius.
Yeah.
I went grocery shopping yesterday, and I made one mistake, but I also think that they may build a statue of me, and I don't know if it would go outside my apartment complex or like in the grocery store parking lot or where you'd put it. The mistake I made is one that everybody's done. I went before I ate. So I went to the grocery store hungry.
Oh, you never do that.
Yeah. I went for...
You good? How's that wallet looking?
I needed toilet paper, dryer sheets, and there was one food item. Oh, yogurt. I needed yogurt so that I could make... You take the plain yogurt and you throw some strawberry protein in there and some actual fruits and you grind it up. So I needed those things. And I left with $230 worth of stuff. So that was a problem.
By yourself. You live by yourself, too, right? Or you have a roommate, but y'all don't share food? Do you guys share food?
Yeah, whatever's in the fridge.
Okay.
But we buy different things. Like, he eats adult stuff, and I just have, like, pretzels.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah. Yogurt's pretty adult. Sounds like that's eating.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm working on it. I really am.
Being smart.
Yeah, going to the gym every day. The steam room is the MVP. Love the steam room.
So did you get healthy food for $230? Because that sounds like it's going to be a tough time keeping all that fresh.
I got some pineapples.
Okay.
I got some strawberries and some blueberries. Bought some sandwich meat, some bread.
Sandwich.
I got Stomp Face a bunch of toys. That had nothing to do with being hungry. And then I was just kind of going up and down each aisle and just snagging stuff. It was a terrible idea, but
I feel guilty buying dog toys because I'm like, I could get a newspaper or I could get anything and they'll play with it. Why am I spending money for a dog toy? I could have.
Yeah, well, I also got her a 32-pack of the jerky. Like
that's another
jerky
thing.
Strips.
Yeah.
Got a 32-pack of that. That was like $20. They charge you for dog stuff.
They do, yeah. You can spend some money on it.
They charge you for dog stuff. But I got back to the apartment, and I did what all men do, and I set a gold standard for every man to try to top, which says a lot about our pride and how insecure we are and really how dumb we are.
What did you just do? Did you just hear on the radio while he's talking?
Not intentionally.
My
Thanks
God,
for pointing it out,
man.
Lucius.
Yawned at my story.
Good Lord.
Just turn his mic off, Lucius. I'll talk to you. So I get to the apartment. I turn off the car. And I look around. And I'm thinking to myself, the one thing a man will never do when it comes to grocery shopping. Never.
Oh, I already know, bro. How's your fingers looking? How's your hand looking?
I wasn't taking 2 trips.
That's right.
I wasn't doing
it, bro. Every bag you got in the car is going to go up these stairs with you.
Correct.
You're not making 2 trips.
And they're going to build a statue.
Oh, wow.
I had 16 bags. 16 bags.
Good.
Many of them heavy. A 50-pound bag of dog food. This giant water bottle was in the front of my hoodie. And I had to carry my laptop bag to get it there to the apartment. And I also had to use the clicker to get in the door. I had to get it to the door.
Wow.
So I went 11 bags on the left arm. I went 11 on the left because I had to have...
Did you double bag those plastics? Because, when it bust on, you pause.
So nothing broke.
Okay, good.
And I did have like 8 cans in one of the bags. But I went less bags on the right arm because that was my key arm. I had to get the key out and I had to do all that.
Strategy.
50-pound bag of dog food. 16 bags. By the time I got up there, I thought I had to amputate the left arm because I couldn't feel it other than pain.
There was a tourniquet on it.
Yeah, I couldn't feel my hand at all. Fingers were hurting. And one of them was the toilet paper, 24-pack, which means it doesn't fit in the plastic bag right. And so you have to jam your arm through that one, which really cuts off circulation. So I almost died.
Ballpark it. What do you think you had? 150 pounds worth of stuff?
600?
Yeah.
Give or take, 600.
Where'd you put that the dog bag? Over your shoulder? Boy, you a bad some gun, bro.
Yeah, what I did was I put 5 bags on the right, and then before I started loading up, I had put the dog food on the roof of the car because I knew I was going to have to just pull it and let it fall, and so it fell on the shoulder. And I handled up, and I do believe that one day they'll build a statue of me, and it'll be called Grocery Man.
Good for you.
Because I did it. I refused to take 2 trips because I'm a man.
How long is the walk from the door to the car?
80 yards.
Any elevators involved?
One elevator.
Oh, nice job.
Yeah, I hit the elevator. Yeah.
Did you put them down in the elevator and then regather?
I couldn't. There was no chance to regather.
Yep.
No.
Nice.
Now, the dog food thing fell off about 5 yards short, partially because I wanted it to, because I thought I was going to fall.
Ladies are lining up out the studio to get a look at Grocery Man. There he is, ladies.
You like that story? Yeah, if you ever go grocery shopping, Daddy will get your stuff to the room.
One trip.
I don't know why we're wired that way, but we will not do 2 trips.
Man.
Like, it hurt. It hurt so many body parts. I was walking all hunched over because there was too much weight to stand up. Like, it was a hunch shuffle with things just dangling. It was
I try to do that with compost mulch, like bark dust, maybe. What was that last holiday we had? There was a sale up at the Walmart for like $2.99 a bag. So, like 50-pound bags. And I tried to do 2, and I got about halfway between the truck and the back gate, and my knee started buckling. I'm like, I told you, not built for this.
877-881-1053.
No.
What's the most impressive thing you've ever done in one trip? It's important. Next, and Mike likes it. When the asteroid comes, it's going to end the Earth.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
Science for you here from popsci.com. The title I had to click on was, what's the best way to protect Earth from incoming asteroids? Because they do prepare for this stuff. At a planetary defense conference back in 2015, the experts were given this fictional scenario. Asteroid 2015 PDC is discovered. It's on a collision course with Earth. Between 500 and 1,300 feet in diameter, the asteroid could crash into Earth as early as 7 years from now. What do we do? And they went through a lot of options. Turns out you're not allowed to nuke it. Turns out all the countries of the world have basically come together and said, hey, you're not allowed to nuke space.
What?
Yeah, you can't nuke space.
That seems like the one thing we should be able to nuke.
Hold on, let me find the agreement name. The Outer Space Treaty technically bans the use of nuclear weapons in space. Now, if we were all going to die, I think we may amend it.
Is there a scientific reason, like a nuclear bomb in space would just go crazy and open a wormhole or something?
Some scientists think that the shrapnel from an asteroid explosion could cause just as much or more damage than the original asteroid.
So the whole Independence Day, it is, what is that called? That would be a theory that wouldn't stand up.
Independence Day.
Is that when they blew it up?
Or did they Armageddon?
Armageddon, yeah.
Armageddon, where they go land on it?
Is that when they blew it up, or they kind of like hit a missile towards it and kind of push it off course?
Oh, see, now you're on it, though. You're on the real answer.
Bro, I've been on them YouTubes.
Okay.
I've been on the YouTubes.
So here's the answer. Here's what they came up with. This is kind of for KT. I know he's in on asteroids. So, what they would do is an ion beam shepherd is what they call it. Ion beam shepherd. These guys, it's
a tractor beam like Star Trek.
Yes. They would shoot a beam of ions, which is charged particles, at the asteroid. Ions would travel at about 19 miles per second, transmitting their momentum to the asteroid when they crash into it, knocking it ever so slightly off its path here. The quote is, it's a very tiny force, and the only way this force could work is if it's applied for a long period of time. So they assumed the asteroid weighed about 20 million tons. It's
Won't work
kill us
against
all.
the Borg, though.
What's
Warning.
a Borg? What's
Warning.
a Borg? What's a Borg? Is this
They'll
Star Trek
assimilate
talk?
you. Yeah, they're the bad guys.
Okay. They say by steadily applying about as much force as the weight of a strawberry for about 2 years, they would be able to change its course by hundreds of miles. So the answer is tiny laser push over extended amount of time, much like you think about mountains and stuff. Yeah, water will wear down a mountain, no problem. Just give it enough time. Little strawberry push for enough time.
Now, don't these things like pop up like a day before? Sometimes we don't even realize it. Like sometimes they pass through and like, whoa, that was a close one.
Yeah, they don't really tell us about them. Apparently, there's been a few close ones where they're like, yeah, kind of right there, just. Almost felt the wind of it.
Almost, man.
That was a life ender, too.
Almost took us out of this misery.
World ender, but we were good.
That's beautiful. Doesn't it say something like the universe is trying to tell us like things work better if you just give it a gentle nudge instead of just trying to blow everything away? And
yeah, I think we should blow it up, though.
Me too.
I think those scientists are lying. And also, if you check out the Daily Mail, we got some alien hunters that say they have spotted hundreds, I say, Of UFOs leaving the moon.
Oh.
Yeah, hundreds of them
How'd
right
they
here.
get a camera back there?
Right here, Lucius, check it out. See them here?
I see it.
Hundreds leaving the moon.
I know why you've been doing this. I put down my all-apocalypse team. I got John Jones so far, Bear Grylls, and Martha Stewart. I need some more people because it's an apocalypse coming.
Okay, wait, what is the team? What's the team? What do you do?
You know, just my team. John Jones, just in case, you know, people need to get beat up.
Yeah.
I got Bear Grylls so we can survive. Martha Stewart because she's smart and sexy to me.
Okay.
We just need some more people on the squad. Might get Dave Chappelle because he's funny as hell.
Tomorrow,
okay,
everyone's all apocalypse.
Yeah,
team.
there we go.
Your 5-person team. Now, is this for post-apocalyptic or apocalypse is approaching?
Approaching, during, and after. This is
Do
your
they have to be
squad,
real
brother.
people? Can we have mythical characters?
No, you can't do that.
You can
Come
have
on, man.
one mythical character per team.
Come on, man.
One per team. Now, in that case, is Chuck Norris mythical, or because he's actually a real person, how does he count?
That would be mythical because he's really not that badass anymore.
Oh, I thought he was like a demigod.
Yeah. He's really not. He really hadn't been that badass for a long, long time.
Yeah.
My dad watched him film an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger like 15 years ago. Like, when it was time to throw a punch, they brought in the stunt double.
Stop.
Chuck didn't do anything.
Stop telling lies on the radio like that.
Anything.
Stop
I'm not
that.
lying.
Slandering
I'm not
Chuck
lying,
like
sir.
that, sir.
G-Bag of the Day is next on The Fan.
Two guys who love following G-Bag Nation are up next at 3. Richardson Homeboys, Ben and Skin, right here on The Fan.
Hey, Ben and Skin here, and we have a new home security provider, DFW Security. They're a local, cutting-edge company that we chose to protect our homes and families. Ben, DFW Security has that smart security package with the award-winning mobile app powered by Alarm.com. Control your alarm, lights, locks, garage doors, thermostat, and view live video all from your smartphone. If you upgrade today and mention Ben and Skin, you'll get 3 months free. So call 855-840-1295 or go to DFWSecurity.com.
At T-Mobile, we're declaring the end of data limits. Introducing T-Mobile One. One price, all unlimited for everyone. That's right. Get unlimited 4G LTE data on your smartphone on our network that was built to handle it. And get it at a price that won't break the bank. With 4 lines of unlimited LTE data for just $35 a line per month with AutoPay. Switch today.
Top 3% of data users greater than 26 gigabytes per month may see reduced speeds until next bill cycle. Video typically streams at 480p with qualifying credit discount via bill credit plus taxes and fees.
It's time to pump up the holiday spirit in seconds. Right now at the Home Depot, a 9-foot Santa or snowman inflatable is just $29.88. You save over $30. A friendly 9-foot Santa or not so abominable snowman will welcome family and friends and the real Santa to your home in a big way. A big, instantly inflatable way. Save $30 on a 9-foot snowman or Santa inflatable, only $29.88. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through November 23rd. Limit 3 per customer.
Fashion Emergency Hotline.
Help! I'm so excited about Black Friday sales, I can't sleep.
Put those worries to bed and get to Old Navy immediately.
Old Navy?
Yep, you snooze, you lose. Don't wait for Black Friday. Go get 40% off your entire purchase in-store right now.
40% off? Am I dreaming?
Nope, it's true. And today only, Old Navy's cozy sleepwear for the family is 50% off.
50% off sleepwear? Wow, thanks.
Don't thank me. Thank Old Navy. Valid 11/22. In stores only. Excludes licensed sleep clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, and today only deals.
Ways to make your holidays even more magical. 1. Build a life-size gingerbread house.
What you think, honey?
Delicious.
Or 2. Pick up the 2017 Accord complete with Bluetooth streaming audio at the Happy Honda Day sales event. The Honda Accord, best-selling car in America. Well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% APR. Hurry into your Honda dealer.
Find your closest Honda dealer today at NorthTexasHondaDealers.com.
Based on IHS Automotive CYTD December 2015 non-luxury traditional midsize segment new retail registrations in the U.S. See dealer for financing details.
You've reached the Old Navy Holiday Happy Helpline. For Holiday Happy, run to Old Navy tomorrow to save 50% off your entire purchase. Don't wait for Black Friday when every gift on your list is 50% off starting tomorrow. That's right. Get 50% off coats, 50% off sweaters, 50% off sleepwear, 50% off your entire purchase tomorrow through Friday. Stores open at 6 a.m. tomorrow. For instant happy, hang up and run to Old Navy. Valid 11/23 through 11/25. In stores only. Exclusions apply.
Hi, I'm Joan London. If you're worried about your parent or loved one living alone, like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service.
Finding an apartment that was on the courtyard with the view of the trees, the view of the ducks, the stream, the creek, all of that, that was what I needed.
You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information. Here's the number.
To speak with a local senior living advisor, call A Place for Mom at 800-308-6618. That's 800-308-6618.
A Place for Mom is a free service, and you can trust them to help you. So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
To speak with the local senior living advisor, call A Place for Mom at 800-308-6618. That's 800-308-6618.
Of the day, the best audio of the world of sports, pop culture, talk radio, and or the internet. Segments brought to you by Diamond Direct. Ben and Skin coming up at 3 o'clock. And a G-Bag of the Day preview for tomorrow. We'll have at least one nomination from Ben and Skin because at 6 o'clock tonight, Ben Rogers will tell the highly anticipated annual tradition here on The Fan, the Gravy Gon' Set It Off story.
Gravy Gon' Set It Off.
One of the great stories in fan history. All right, and we'll mix with the Ben and Skin show, find out what's coming up on their show in about 15 minutes. Canadian Parliament is the champion, one time looking for two. And we have a lady, she's up there, she's testifying, and somebody tries to...
Bro, she's killing it right now. She's killing it with so much information. She's hitting the nail right on the head, but they get stuck on the analogy.
All right.
Why isn't the government talking about how to retain skilled labor? Why isn't the infrastructure minister talking about how to implement infrastructure funds and get construction workers back to work in Alberta? Why does this government treat Alberta like a fart in the room that nobody wants to talk about or acknowledge? That is where my constituents have been at with this government for over a year.
Interrupt my friend in her speech, but I heard her say a word that I know is distinctly unparliamentary, and I think she may want to withdraw it. The word was F-A-R-T.
I just gave an impassioned speech about supporting Alberta jobs, and that's what the leader of a political party stands up and has to say. No, I don't withdraw it.
Yeah, sometimes you need a little disorder, you know what I'm saying?
Disorder.
I love how not only did that lady... I love how she not only wanted to stop down the whole thing and throw in her 2 cents, but that she couldn't say the word.
She spelled it out, bro. It sounds like a kid getting in trouble and telling on somebody for saying a bad word.
Sorry, your testimony doesn't count. Your shirt's untucked. 36 classic over Carol of the Bells.
Oh, it's not 36.
Okay.
It's a 3-6 classic.
3-6 Mafia?
Yeah, right. Over Carol of the Bells. I'm about to play this on the radio. I have cleaned it up as much as I possibly can. Yes. But, yeah, she does this.
You ever just wake up in the morning and realize the lyrics of my knob fit perfectly over Carol of the Bells? Who knew?
Corn on the cob, check in with me and do your job, lay on the bed. Don't have to ask, don't have to beg. Juicy is my name, yes is my game. Let's call the boys, let's squeeze on natural curly hair. Please don't touch. First find a mate, second find a place, third find a bag to hide the whole place. Real name of a resident over, started to knock, then came the odor.
That's so bad. I can't believe I played that on the radio, man. Shout out to Juicy J. You are my spirit animal, sir.
Pretty funny there. Was that a big hit song, or was that just a classic?
It's a classic, very classic underground hit. Jeffrey knows exactly what I'm talking about.
You've heard
it, Dawson. If you haven't, I can play it for you during the break, and it'll blow your mind.
I look forward to it. Ashley Paredes on Fox 7 runs into Matthew McConaughey downtown Austin.
Yeah, he was out there at the 7-Eleven buying some condoms. It looked like some wine or something. Had this to say.
Hi, I'm sorry to be a creeper. We're doing a story about the Longhorns, and I thought you would be perfect to just make a comment about, I know the whole thing with Charlie Strong right now, but a lot of people love him and what he's done to rebuild the program. What do you think?
For his entire 3 years here, he's had one goal in mind. What's best for these young men? That's been his goal. And that's the message that we'll take forward. That's the message that the whole university and all our fans and all the kids are going to take forward. That, no doubt, for 3 years, he's been about what's best for these young men and who they are in the rest of their life. That's going to be the legacy of Charlie Strong. And that's a great thing, and that's why we're going to go out and whoop TCU's ass Friday.
Thank you so much.
All right, there he is, Matthew McConaughey on the situation at UT, which will now use those upstanding young men that have been molded into leaders by Charlie Strong, and that will buoy the program while the next coach brings in a bunch of junior college transfers with felonious records and they win a lot of games. It's exactly how it's about to go down. Chris Berman fails at Spanish.
Yeah, tell me if he said this right or wrong or, whatever.
As we get set inside for Monday Night for Lunos, Noche de Football. And hi, everybody.
Now, I didn't listen to much of the radio broadcast, but there was a lot of flavor of south of the border happening.
Our radio broadcast? Yeah. Man, I have like 3 cuts because I thought it was so funny. I was going to Tom Thumb and heard this and thought I was on the wrong station. Might as well just play it for you now, my man.
The Texans have a second down, 4 yards to go. They're at the 34-yard line on the Raiders side of the field. Ball on the right hash mark. High formation, wide receiver to the left side. It's going to be a run. Off tackle to the right side, and he is good. He se les va. Touchdown! Houston Texans. Lamar Miller with the touchdown. 34 yards.
Can I hear another one? I like that. There's so much sauce and so much flavor.
He's going to throw left, real quick like to Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper, se les va. Touchdown Raiders. 35 yards.
I love that.
Yeah, football works there in Mexico City, doesn't it? I think that what the obstacle is for them to get a team is they're already NFL crazed. Like the story about all the Cowboy fans south of the border that we had a couple of weeks back. There's obviously a humongous Raider fan population down there. I don't know that the NFL needs to move a team down there to like take over the country, right? They're already making a ton of money on it.
Can I hear one more?
Sure.
Is that cool? I just like how he goes.
Goes back. Carr has time, steps up, throws, got a receiver at midfield, and Jameso Olawale is gone. Se les va. Touchdown, Oakland Raiders, 75 yards.
I don't know what he's saying. It's just awesome.
That's kind of mean, isn't it? Because those guys can't have a lot of experience doing football in English, but I guess it added something. But I don't know if people were nodding their heads with it or laughing at it. I'm not sure.
I loved it. I didn't get out the car for a while.
Michael Jr., shirt some people wear. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. This is for all my ladies that like to wear clothes that you should not be wearing. I like that. I don't care.
Some nice-looking women here. The ladies, some outfits y'all be wearing. Like when you have on that half shirt, you got a stomach and the navel area showing. Woo! That is so sexy. Most of the time. Ladies, they call this a half shirt for a reason. Only half of y'all are supposed to wear this. If you got a navel ring, but it could only be seen on the exhale.
Some big old belly button those girls have. Look like it's going, poo, poo.
You like it when those girls have the half shirts?
I like heavy girls, bro.
The bigger ones?
Yeah, I like heavy girls, though.
All right. And pre-answering Thanksgiving questions is nominated.
Yeah, so, you're going to get a lot of Thanksgiving questions from your family and friends you haven't seen in a long time. And this right here, they just set up the answers for them.
Yes, I am going to eat all that. Yes, this is how much I usually drink.
Yes, I'm still single, and no, I'm not a lesbian.
No, I didn't end up sticking to that diet.
No, Dad, I don't need any money. Actually, some money would be nice.
Yes, I honestly think she was more qualified to be president of the United States. Yes, I am a little drunk.
Yes, Grandpa, there are a lot of Jews in the entertainment industry, including my girlfriend.
Everyone take out your phone. You go to settings, and then Wi-Fi,
Dawson House,
and then select the network.
Yes, I'm dating someone. No, you can't meet him ever.
Oh, yeah, we were really bummed you couldn't make it to our wedding, too.
Wow, yeah, it's uncomfortable, and actually that takes me back to a story I didn't get to finish about an hour and 15 minutes ago. Local emergency rooms warning you, do not get into arguments with family members or overeat. Apparently overeating leads to serious health problems for some people. And boom,
how the hell do you overeat? Your body tells you when it's enough. You've done it before.
Too much sugar, maybe for a diabetic. Or
okay, I can see that.
You never been to Golden Corral?
Hell yeah.
You know you should be done, but you haven't had any of that, or that yet.
Then you take that break for a second, then you get, you're right.
Yeah. You should have stopped.
Yeah, but I'm feeling guilty by saying that out loud now because I've been there and done that.
Then after you have an extra plate that you knew you shouldn't have had because you were already full, then you go get ice cream and gummy bears.
That's how you usually do it?
That's how you end Golden Corral every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've done that before, and you get home and you're like, okay, I overate, and then 6 hours later you can still feel it like, wow, that's way too much. I think if you get to that level and you're in poor health, it can push you over the edge, so be careful. Is it our champ Canadian Parliament? Is it the 3-6 Mafia over Carol of the Bells?
Yeah, that was played on the radio, y'all.
Ashley Paredes on Fox 7 with Matthew McConaughey downtown Austin. Chris Berman fails. Michael Jr., shirt some people wear. The Monday Night Football Spanish broadcasters speaking in English. And pre-answering Thanksgiving questions for you. Those are the nominees. Who would you like to vote for, Lucius?
Man, Jeffrey, when it comes to those gummy bears, you put those in a napkin and you take those home. That's like a take home. Yeah.
I put them in an ice cream. Like I make an ice cream cone and then I put the gummy bears in it.
7 years old, bro.
Yeah.
Canadian Parliament, I'm riding with that.
Yeah, the texture's in between the ice cream because it melts, and then you have these frozen, harder gummy bears. Yeah.
No, yeah, that's the point. Yeah. You eat the ice cream, and then
you put cookies in that joint or something like that.
No, because in the gummy bear, you just keep in your mouth kind of like a dip.
Oh, okay. All right. Makes sense now.
Oh, you're a legend.
Who are you voting for?
3-6 Mafia today.
Wow. 3-way tie at 1. I'm going with my guy, McConaughey, because he's got Charlie Strong's back.
Okay.
Chuck Strong, you know what I'm saying? He's going to go somewhere and lead a program for awesomeness over a 2-decade span. It's the biggest mistake UT's ever made. Suck it, texters. All right, so that means we have a tie. 877-881-1053.
Autoflex Leasing Fan Text.
Canadian Parliament, 3-6 Carol of the Bells, or Ashley Paredes running into Matthew McConaughey. We'll tally up the votes and find out what's coming up on the Ben and Skin Show next.
Coming up tonight on the KNC Masterpiece, with the 3rd annual Peace-a-thon approaching, we will go over all the guests and all the auction autograph items for our 15-hour extravaganza. So join the pre-show, 7 to 11, right?
Sean Sharif here. You've heard me rave about these guys for a while. It's DFW Security.